What's up, guys? Welcome back to another podcast.
Hi. Hello. It's me. Hi. It's me.
You weren't supposed to talk until I finished doing the intro.
Oh.
Now we gotta restart. All right.
Okay, fine.
Hey, guys. Welcome back to another episode of the Weekly D Podcast. I'm your host, Danny G, and I am joined today by my co-host, Kyle Kavnar, out from Louisville, Kentucky.
What's going on?
What's up, buddy?
What's up, man? How's it going?
We nailed it the second time, man. We nailed it.
I'm glad. I was going to try to give somebody, some of that, I forget what it's called, ASMR.
The
I was
ASMR?
just like, hello.
Oh.
The Muffin Man.
No, I don't know the Muffin Man.
Who lives on Drury Lane?
Drury Lane? What is it, the Shrek? Where he's like,
Yeah.
the Muffin Man? The
Okay,
Muffin Man?
I know the Muffin Man.
Oh, fuck, I love that movie. I haven't seen it in forever.
Shrek is a classic. It's amazing.
Donkey! Yeah, I fucking love it.
Donkey.
Do you ever wonder how the fuck the donkey fucked the dragon?
Every day.
Because that dragon was a big bitch. And like, I know
Dude,
donkeys naturally in nature, they have like huge dicks, but it still doesn't make sense.
That's like a thing. Like, apparently, donkeys have massive schlongs.
Yeah, dude.
Horses in general.
This is facts, bro. Like, I've never seen a donkey's dick, and I've never watched the Animal Channel to see a donkey's dick, but I've heard, so I'm gonna take it as fact that donkeys got big dicks.
I'm pretty sure it's a category in porn. Donkey dick.
I hope not. That's what you call illegal. Unless you're in Texas.
Then you just call it hanging out with the family.
Yeah. Talking about big dicks, man. I was watching Bert Kreisler's In the Cabin on Netflix.
I heard that's hilarious. I haven't seen it yet,
Bro,
but I've heard really good things.
I watched the whole 6 episodes they have. Fucking hilarious, man. I watched it with my mom by accident, not knowing what to expect. And I may have traumatized my mom. I think she's seen Bert Kreisler's dick a little bit too many times.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, it peaks out. It peaks out a couple times.
Well, see, I've heard it's like one of those reality shows that's like basically it's like a reality show that's basically altered by him, right?
Yeah, dude.
So he's doing
fucking hilarious.
Okay, I'm gonna need to watch this.
Like, well, keep in mind, Bert Kreisler is my favorite comedian of all time, and he's also my spirit animal. I've met him a couple times, and we have agreed he is my spirit animal.
He's a pretty cool dude.
Oh, dude, super fucking cool. We got him fucked up when we met him. He almost missed his flight. So.
Oh, that's awesome. See, that's cool because everybody always tells you, never meet your heroes because like you'll be sorely disappointed. I'm glad you didn't have that experience.
Oh no, dude, Bert Kreisler is fucking awesome, man. I aspire to be just like him. When I grow up, I want to be just like Bert Kreisler.
I mean, I want to be like confused as like a Russian mobster too on a train. I think that would be great. Still one of his best bits ever.
Oh, like, fuck yeah, of all time, just comedy wise, it's one of the best.
It's one of the best.
Yeah, it's definitely memorable. But anyways, I was watching the show, right, and Joey Coco Diaz comes out on it, and he was talking about Cuban Superman, and apparently Cuban Superman was this dude in Cuba that had an 18-inch dick, right? And he used to have shows in Cuba where he would like jerk off in front of people or fuck random chicks. And apparently Marlon Brando, the guy from The Godfather, was his #1 fan. So yeah, it was mind blowing. Like I wish I would have built the story up a whole lot better. But I learned about Cuban Superman. Apparently he had an 18-inch dick.
Well, now I know about that too, and regardless of the fact that I didn't want to know, I have that in my mind forever. So now I'll know.
Thing, dude. Like as soon as you said donkeys have big dicks, that popped into my head, and I was like, "Fuck."
This is a great way to start a podcast, isn't it?
This is supposed to be a presidential podcast too.
Well, since we're talking about donkeys, I mean, it's kind of in line. Donkey.
Like I said, we need to do investigative journalism to figure out how the donkey fucks the dragon in Shrek.
That's more important than politics. Fuck it. Our next hour and a half will be dedicated to finding this out via True Crime Podcast.
Bro, how funny would it be if we actually wasted someone's day just trying to figure that out?
Just a full fake serious analysis of this entire kind of conversation with dark like that would be like the dark ominous.
Huh?
Oh my god, like dark ominous music in the background.
Yep.
Then, as Donkey slid his giant penis.
We'll go ask the question, the true hard hitting fact questions. We'll find out the truth. How Donkey fucked the dragon on next week's episode.
Dun, dun, dun. Oh god, I think we spent the first 5 minutes talking about donkey penis. Anyway, I guess we can. I mean, that's a great segue into
fuck Fiona, but we decided to talk about the donkey.
It's better that way.
Yeah, donkey's more iconic anyway. You ever wonder how much money they made off that movie? Like I know I'm derailing this whole podcast already, but I'm sure Mike Myers made enough money to just live off of that movie.
Off that movie alone?
Yeah, I've never seen him do anything else after that.
I mean, he did all the sequels to Shrek.
That's what I'm saying, but I haven't seen Austin Powers Titanium or something. He did Goldmember way before Shrek.
I guess that's true. Because Michael Myers is a funny guy. And you're right. He really hasn't been in anything. I guess he's just, I mean, well, yeah. Well, when was Cat in the Hat? 2005? Cat in the Hat might have been it.
That might have been his last movie.
Well, to be fair,
trash, it wasn't memorable.
You know, people would argue, like, my wife loves Cat in the Hat. It's one of her favorite Michael Myers comedies of all time. And I'm like, are you crazy? And she's like, no, rewatch it. She's like, I was like, I hated that movie. She's like, no, rewatch it. And I'm not going to lie, giving it a rewatch, there is actually some pretty great adult jokes in it. Like, really? Solid comedy.
Well, I mean, it's Michael Myers, bro.
Yeah, it's literally like almost all adult jokes. Yeah. And it's all like skits. So if you can sit through it again, I recommend giving it one more rewatch to see how you feel. I feel like it's one of those movies that started off with really low ratings, but it's kind of like, if you watch it as an adult and kind of take it as what it is, like you'll think a little bit differently on it.
Okay, maybe I'll buy some THC laced gummies.
That's probably a good idea.
And then I'll give it a time. And then
it's something else, man. But I think that was his last big comedy film.
Come on, he was on SNL. Then he did Wayne's World, which is fucking epic. Wayne's World 1 and 2.
Was he in I know we're derailing this podcast, but was he in Bohemian Rhapsody? Wasn't he like the music producer? I think he was.
Maybe.
I think he was like a serious role. But I want to say he was, if I'm not mistaken, he was in fact.
I don't know.
I think he was.
I wonder if I can fact this and not make it obvious that I'm fact checking it.
Jamie, can we fact check that? Sorry, guys, no Jamie yet. Maybe one of these days we'll have he could be our Google searcher.
One day when we can afford to pay someone else to help us.
I mean, if we had a fact checker, we'd probably be kicked off the fucking internet. They'll be like, no, everything you say is wrong.
Yeah, but it'd be worth it.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
Okay. Oh, he did the Love Guru. I guess that was after.
Okay.
Oh, he was in Bohemian Rhapsody. Holy shit.
Yeah, he was in one of the music producers.
And he was in Terminal. I don't know what that is.
I don't know.
His last 2 projects in 2018.
Huh.
Bro, he has a track record, though. I didn't realize he had this many movies.
Well, because he's done quite a few, like, if I'm not mistaken, he's done quite a few animated movies, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
He's got like a voiceover, like, kind of like, not saying at the same levels like Mark Hamill, for instance, but Mark Hamill's done just like really amazing. For those who don't know, Luke Skywalker, he's done like a lot of voice work. And the Joker. He's most known for the Joker. Yeah. I mean, he's more known for the Joker, I would say, than Luke Skywalker in a lot of ways. Like, people know him from his Joker. Yeah. Nonetheless, some of the best voice acting that I've ever heard. He's also Chucky in the new Child's Play movie, but we don't really talk about that.
Is he really?
He is. Yeah, he voices Chucky.
I all of a sudden lost interest in him because that Chucky movie was trash.
It was. It had so much potential.
It had really
so much potential.
But yet again, those Chucky movies have never been the greatest movies. Like,
no, none of them are good. Like the first one is decent. The rest of them are pretty much garbage,
Yeah.
but like they have a cult following. It's like
Yeah.
all the Friday the 13th movies. Like none of them are actually good,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
they're fun.
They're fun. Yeah. They're train wrecks. Fun train wrecks to watch. Just like the
Absolutely.
presidential election. It's been the
Absolutely.
funnest train wreck of 2020.
It has been an absolute shit show this past year. 2020 as itself has been an absolute shit show, but the presidential candidacy and election coming since like
Mhm.
2019 and 2020 has been a pain in the ass. And it has just been,
Honestly, it's been the best reality show America has come up with.
yeah, and it's been pretty eye opening too to
It's
kind
been
of figure
the
out where you
best
want
show.
to. For those who don't know where they want to vote, I mean, it's
Yeah. The only thing I don't like about it is that everything's so polarized. Like you can't even
yeah,
go take a shit because you gotta decide whether it's Republican or Democratic.
Democrat or Republic,
Yeah.
Republic poop, Republic poop or Democrat. I think that's what we're going with.
Yeah, like I mean, honestly, like every single thing that happens now, it's either it was a Democratic move or Republican move.
And it's unfortunate because,
I
like,
think
when you look at it, like, it shouldn't be like that. Like, I was having a conversation actually with my dad earlier
uh-huh.
today, and we were talking about because he's a strong Republican, for strong,
Yeah.
staunch Republican. He's a Charlie Kirk fan. He loves Steven Crowder, like, big fan of Tucker Carlson, kind of
Okay.
like classic Republican.
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't care for Trump as a person, but he likes the Republican policies that he's enacted. And I'm like, listen, I said, I understand that, but you have to also understand that Trump is one of the most polarizing Republican presidents of all time. Like he successfully pushed away a massive amount of Republicans that have walked away from the Republican
Yeah.
Party, and in turn, a lot brought in a lot of really crazy leftists that have moved from the left over to the right and became far right
Yeah. So I mean,
through like the walkaway.
Trump wasn't a politician to start with, so
No,
it was a shit show to start with. But
no,
he's I mean, I don't want to blame just him.
no, because it's not just him.
The
At the end of the day,
polarization
like,
of the US. I think it started in the Obama era when people just couldn't accept to be progressive and accept a black president. I think that's when we started seeing that divide. And
I think it was a piece of that.
people had their heads so far up their ass that they didn't want a black president ever again that
Mm-hmm.
we voted Trump in.
I mean, people always talk about how like, oh, it was never at this level when Obama was the president. Oh, it was never at this
Sure.
level
It was
when
just
Bush
a
was
bump.
president. But you don't remember when they were putting like, straw, scarecrows made of uh-oh.
Fuck, that was
You don't remember when they were hanging scarecrows made of like Obama, or to
yeah.
signify Obama and things like
I
that. And
remember people would buy the little stuffed Obamas
mhm.
and tie a noose around his head and put it around their ball hitch. I've
Like
seen
it's fucked up. Like
yeah.
what do you like? It's so racist. Like it's just inherently racist.
That's what I'm saying.
Like
Like people were so unprogressive that we voted President Trump in.
yeah,
Now, like for me, Trump hasn't been the worst president in the world.
I
Hasn't
agree.
been the best. He's done some good things that I benefited from. He's also done a lot of fucked up things that I didn't
Yeah,
like. But I
I
mean, that's
agree.
politics, right? You're never gonna have the perfect person.
No, but with that being said, I think we can do better.
Oh yeah,
Not only just for Trump, but for Biden. I think when we talk Democrat and Republican, I think we need to understand, like, look, like this isn't our only option. This should never ever again be what we have to choose between.
yeah.
Like, I'm sorry,
Unfortunately,
like
I feel like it's gonna get worse and worse into something bust.
I could see it going a multitude of ways. So I can see the first thing is it's going to split the parties even further.
Yep.
So I mean, you're already seeing a big split,
Mhm.
mostly to the left. You see a lot of the socialist movement happening,
Yeah.
which a lot of moderate Democrats don't like. They're not for it.
Yeah.
They
So
don't really
that
like
scares
the
me as
radical.
well.
Hmm.
That scares me as well because, like, growing up Hispanic, you
Hmm.
see and meet a lot of people from South America, from places down there where they became socialists, and then that socialism easily got flipped to communism, and that turned.
Venezuela.
Yeah, Venezuela, Cuba, um, what's it called? Bolivia's in that same boat right now, where they're trying to
Hmm.
turn communist. So we've
Yep.
seen socialism not be the best thing. I like some socialistic ideas, like universal health care.
I'm okay with Medicare for all,
Yeah,
but I also like my privatized
yeah,
healthcare.
yeah.
Like,
I feel like capitalism should still be in that, where everyone should at least be able to get basic health care and not have to worry about
agreed.
it's just gonna break the bank if I get sick, right?
Yeah.
To a certain extent. But you should also be able to buy the best healthcare possible.
Yeah. I think
That's
you
how
should
it
have that
works.
option if you want
Yeah,
to, like, or if your job provides it,
yeah,
and it doesn't have to always be at an equal playing field. Like, I think we should provide at least basic healthcare,
hmm,
but then also have like the opportunity to earn,
better.
privatized healthcare through your jobs, through your whatever, and be able to, if they're willing to pay for it, via their checks, things like that. Like, who's to
Yeah,
stop them? It's just like private schools.
yep.
I'm okay with private schools. I think if you want to raise your kid and have them go through the private school system, I think it's totally fine.
Yeah.
But I also do think that personally, education should be something that is, this is where I'm more left, is I
Mhm.
think the education should be the same no matter where you are in the
Oh,
United
same,
States.
same,
I think
same.
it should be 100% government
Hmm.
mandated. I think
Yeah,
government should take care of that.
yeah, yeah.
And this,
I'm on board with you with that simply because
hmm
when I moved here from California, I was a grade ahead in California.
hmm
I moved here and I got retarded back
and
to the grade I was supposed to be in, but it was all because I didn't have Texas government.
when I was living in Kentucky, it was actually the same thing, believe it or not. When I moved from Shepherdsville in fifth grade,
Hmm.
and I came back, I was actually ahead,
Yeah,
like almost a full grade ahead. So it
and then you
was,
come here and then like, nope, nope, go back. I was like, what the
hmm
fuck, guys?
yeah,
Yeah, so
like
I
it
agree
catches
that
up.
I feel like
It
every state, every city should have the same basic education.
Well,
Where they
it
can,
also helps prevent, Democrats and Republicans from pushing their own agendas on education. I think
yeah,
if we have a similar, it doesn't become politicized.
yeah,
Education is education, regardless. It should be
yeah.
universal.
Plus, I think it kind of levels the playing field, right? It allows for new invention, new better
Mm-hmm.
competition. I mean,
100%.
if you're for capitalism, you got to be for competition because that's literally what capitalism is. The best will
Mm-hmm.
do the best. The worst will, well, the shit out of luck. I mean,
Yeah.
that's what it
Well, I
is.
mean, and I think it provides people with the incentive to work.
Mm-hmm.
And provide people with the incentive to trade goods in order to receive goods and to provide a service. So you're providing, for instance, getting a haircut.
Mm-hmm.
If you get a haircut, you receive the service. You
Yeah.
receive somebody to, fade you out, make you look nice and crisp.
They should be.
That person who did that earns something, whether
Mhm.
that be a barter, whether that be a trade, whether that be
Yep.
money.
Yep.
It's been providing a service for an equal return.
Yep.
And I think that's fair. I don't think
And I feel
everybody
like
should be
skill
handed
set.
something.
Yeah, and I feel like skill set should
Mhm.
increase or decrease the cost of that service. You know,
Absolutely. So I mean, like,
like
I
if you
don't
go
think
to
that
to
somebody.
one of those quick like I don't want to sound racist, but one of those quick like Asian barbershops where they just whatever number hits the clipper, that's what
Mhm.
they're chopping you up with.
Well, even going to like a sports clips or
$10.
something like that too. Like, you go to a sports clips, or you go to like, great clips. You're not going to get the same um, quality as you would if you were going to spend $40 on a haircut. I'm sorry, like, you're just not going to. You're
Exactly.
going to get a really good quality, from the guys that, like, for instance, like All Star Barbershop used to do
Mhm.
my hair right back in the day. Like when I was living in Rosenberg, like,
Yeah, yeah,
they were a more expensive haircut place, but they edged me up great. They
yeah.
would
I don't
fade
fuck
me
with
out
them anymore.
perfect. Like, huh?
I said I don't fuck with them anymore.
I don't either because I
Their
don't live there
prices
in a
change
while.
every time I go, so I was just like, ah.
I've heard it's gotten higher and higher. Honestly, we
Yeah,
won't talk about them. We won't go.
yeah,
We're not shouting them out. There's not a free
yeah.
plug. It's
And we
just
don't want to
I
trash
used to
them.
go.
Yeah,
Yeah, we don't want to trash them either.
yeah,
But nonetheless, don't go
yeah. Fuck them.
there. Anyways,
I didn't want to say
nonetheless,
that, but I had to. I had to get it off my chest. I'm sorry.
yeah. Sorry,
It pissed
I
me
used
off
to get it
last
back
time
in the
I
day
was
because
there.
that. It's because we used to know people that used to work there and they used to be really good people, and then
Yeah,
like they slowly got like bullied out. Basically, it's kind of how
yeah.
that went.
No, dude. What
Yeah.
pissed me off was like I used to live down the street from there, right? So I used to go there all the time. But then I was like, every time I would go, it was a dollar more, a dollar more, and I was like, what the fuck? And then like depending what day you went on, it was either cheaper or more expensive. But then
They're trying to shortchange you.
yeah, like I was like, what the fuck? Just tell me. And then they don't have any prices up. It's whatever they decide. So I was like, fuck this. I can't do that.
Yeah.
I need
No,
to have
there's a much better
a
places out
base
there.
price to know what to expect.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
And that's what you need. And I think that, if anybody's listening, I doubt it, but if anybody's listening from All-Star Barbershop, like that's what you need to do.
Yeah.
Side note, we can jump back into the politics stuff. So we'll have a couple conversations in terms of like certain topics,
Yeah.
and
I
we
said
can
we
go
fade
down.
in and out of politics.
Yeah, but that's fine with me.
We already talked 8 minutes of donkey dick. So
That's true. Damn Democrats.
do elephants got big dicks?
I would think so.
I wonder if Trump has a big dick. I think he has a small one, but he just has big dick energy.
I'm from what? Yeah. Well, I think sometimes it's the whole kind of like, well, maybe. I mean, if he could do what he could do, he can do what he can do. I guess. I mean, he's paid Stormy Daniels, but she didn't say no.
Dude, I wonder what's Trump's go-to, Blue Chew or for him? Or does he like the old school Viagra?
He probably goes to the fucking grocery, have somebody have Secret Service go to the grocery store and get one of those killer bees.
Yeah, get what is the White Rhino 9000? Don't ask me how I know that.
White Rhino 9000.
Yeah, White Rhino 9000. They'll have your heart beating out your chest, but your dick throbbing.
Honey, it's been 2 hours. I need to go to the hospital.
Oh, that should be their fucking commercial. White Rhino 9000. Have your heart beating out your chest and your dick throbbing. White Rhino, sponsor us, please. I would definitely put on for that product. I don't know if it works or not. Allegedly.
I've always heard like this Impulsive. Shout out to Impulsive. They always sponsor Blue Chew, and I've always heard really good things when it comes to how their ads for Blue Chew are fucking hilarious. Because they're both old. Mike Maljek's an old fuck. So I mean,
I'm gonna tell you right now, Kyle. If we ever get a Blue Chew sponsorship, I'm gonna ruin that shit so quick because I'm gonna put it on my OnlyFans. I'm filming a commercial for them, just drop it on my OnlyFans.
Dude, I love it. I think that's great. I think they'd love that.
Right?
It's like when they can add
it really works. Bing. Oh, you know what? We can do the old Extends commercials. This is Bob. You remember that?
Yes.
Bob. Oh, we used to have a friend named Bob. We lost him. We used to have a mic stand. We named him Bob.
I remember Bob.
Yeah.
Yes, that was the OG podcasters. Like back in the day, that was like almost that's past 2 episodes after Cousins. Y'all had Bob.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bob was born and birthed.
Yeah. Dude,
that's right.
You know what? We need to get an Extends sponsorship. I know they don't exist anymore because me and Dan called the hotline one time. But I'm so down.
Wait, is it what is Extends? Is that
you don't remember Extends? It was Extends was like before Blue Chew, before For Hims. It was like in the early 2000s.
Extends.
You've never heard of it?
I'm sleep.
were you able to hear the intro music?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna pull up the commercial. Hold on. Just but yeah, Extends. Okay. Dude, it was the shit. They had the best commercials. You don't remember them? There were ones that would be like, "This is Bob before he had Extends," and it'd be like fucking like fun piano music.
I said I had known that, but maybe I would think you were talking about something else because I do not know that.
You don't?
No.
Okay, hold on.
We should play the Skittles commercial though.
I need to find this fucking commercial.
Brought to you by Skittles. Taste the rainbow.
Where the fuck is it? Dude, that shit me and Dan used to die when we would see these commercials. I think it was Extends. What was it?
Jamie, look that up.
Dude, commercials was a shit, man.
Getting toward the bottom of the bourbon.
Dude, the Crown I drank, I poured way too much Crown and not enough soda in there. And it was rough.
And you get a nice taste of like the You get it at the very end too, because it all like sinks to the bottom, and then you're just like, that's an entire shot. Okay, that's 3 shots in
Oh,
one gulp.
Insight. That's what it was. Insight. I wasn't extends. My bad.
Insight.
Do you remember
Okay.
Insight?
No.
Bob
Was that it?
well,
Did you hear
very well indeed. That's because not long ago, with just a quick phone call, Bob realized that he could have something better in his life. And what did he get? Why, a big boost of confidence, a little more self-esteem.
I do remember this.
You remember
I
that?
do remember this. Yes.
Where he's like all sad at the beginning and then he's all smiling.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he's in a basically a great mood after, right?
Insight.
Yes, I have. I do remember these.
Yeah. Me and Dan called that hotline one time and it still works.
But they're gone.
They're out of business. Yeah.
That's unfortunate, but that's how it goes.
Dude, if we can bring them back and get them to sponsor us, that would be great.
Well, I mean, there are people that are brought back at Crystal Pepsi and stuff, so it's still possible.
Hey.
Granted, Pepsi's still very active company.
Like I said, I think Insight is a perfect fit for the Weekly D podcast. Yeah, hit us up. All right, moving on.
So I guess I mean, I think I know your stance on it, but how do you fully feel about legalization of marijuana?
Yeah, I'm all for it.
I'm all for it too.
I'm for it simply because I mean, you hear what they did in Colorado, where they legalized it and used the tax money to improve schools, to improve roads, and it's like, I mean, just tax it, sell it like alcohol. You gotta have an ID to get it. You gotta be 21.
Be 21. I'm good with 21.
Yeah, I mean, we all smoke like at 16. Come on now, but
that's true.
We all but no, I legit think, if we were to legalize it, one, we're gonna have less of a crime rate because, especially in Texas where all prisons are privatized, they kind of get an incentive to fill them up with drug charges.
Mm-hmm.
So,
well, also, we can talk about Kamala Harris, being one of the leading, people to arrest people for simple things like marijuana crimes.
Like Kamala Harris and AOC should start OnlyFans, and they don't want any more interest. All I'm saying, you put Kamala Harris in some Timbs and no clothes on, she might get my vote. Although I already voted.
Batty with the Timmy.
Exactly.
God, they're gonna think we're Republicans.
Oh no! I mean, if Trump were to lay out on a bare rug in front of a fireplace, butt ass naked, he might get my vote. I'm all for it, man.
You know what? Let's ship that. Let's make sure that happens.
Dude, I honestly, this is what I want out of my politicians. I want someone that's relatable. I want someone that's done some sketchy shit in their life because they know what it's like to be broke. That's what I want. I want someone that's lived a tough life.
I feel like we've seen that though, and I feel like it's been so hit or miss because we had Beto O'Rourke in Texas. Mm-hmm. Beto O'Rourke was when he was too like he some of it seemed phony. Yeah, some of it seemed phony. Like there's just some stuff that like it came out more when the presidential primaries came up. Like is when I disliked him more. Though. He was for sure. Pandering. Yeah, I still laugh at the Telemundo broadcast when they did the primaries, and him and Cory Booker were just like starting to speak Spanish to each other, but they both couldn't speak Spanish very well, so they were just
white, bro. His name's Robert. Come on now. It's not Roberto. It's not Beto. No. It's Robert.
It's Robert. And Cory Booker's just Cory Booker. He literally looks like Keegan-Michael Key.
They should have got fucking Beto O'Rourke some insight. Maybe he would have done better in the fucking debates.
I think he's got potential. No, I think he has potential.
There's a guy here in Texas. He's going for a congressman. His name
Dan Crenshaw?
Sri something.
Sri
something. He's some Indian guy. But look, he served in the military. He got caught on a cocaine arrest because he likes to party. That's all I needed to know. I didn't give a fuck about his. I didn't give a fuck about the rest of his policies. I mean, I looked him up. I made sure his policies were on my radar. But dude, he's relatable shit. He fought in war and did cocaine and got caught. I mean, why not vote for him? You at least know he's seen some shit.
I mean, if he's also like able to run the state. I mean, why not?
Yeah. I mean, let's be
Like
honest.
congressman, I guess. But
We know Trump's getting coked out allegedly in the White House. I mean, it's
bumping.
Trump, bro. That's like fucking frat guy, party guy. He's 60 fucking years old, but you know he still likes to party.
I'm sure he has his fair share of scotch and maybe a little something else.
A little snowflake in there, you know, some snow bunnies.
A little bumpty bump.
Bro,
Bumpty
would you
bump.
be surprised if Trump had like a sex scandal like JFK or was it JFK? No, Bill
I
Clinton.
mean the Stormy Daniels scandal was pretty big.
But I mean, let's be honest. Every president's got some head in the Oval Office, like Bill Clinton. But I want to know the crazy shit Trump's done. You know he's a wild dude. He had to do some crazy shit in the White House.
Maybe that'll probably come out. You know, like that is for Jimmy Carter. Like, have you heard of like all the stories about Jimmy Carter? Like, all the musicians and stuff that used to come to his house, and how him and his son and Willie Nelson smoke weed on the White House like roof.
Bro, see, those are the kind of stories I want out the Trump
industry. There's like a documentary on HBO that you can find. I forget what it's called. I think it's like the President of Rock or something like that. But
that's badass.
President Jimmy Carter's honestly, like whole thing.
Biden really missed his opportunity when he went on his little tour, because he did a campaign tour like 2 years ago. And you know, he should have been telling stories about him and Barack just blowing chicks' backs out. Like, I mean, make something up.
You mean his like cell phone for playing Despacito on like you mean that didn't work?
honestly, if Biden were to have come out with like some crazy fucking stories when he was doing his campaign tour, but like before he did the campaign tour, when he was just going around the U.S. bullshitting with people, instead of being all uptight, if he would have like told some jokes, like this motherfucker Barack and me were hooping on the basketball court and he dunked on me or something. Like that's what I want out of him.
Well, that's what I mean. If you really think about it, though, Obama has done that and been consistent with, you know, showing he's very humanized and very relatable.
Yeah,
his entire presidency. That's one thing he did really, really well. His entire presidency, like he pushed like I'm just like you.
And that's why a lot of people in our generation, like they were cool
respect him
because he was relatable. That's what we need, relatable politicians.
Well, it was like he was a relatable one. Before that was George W. Bush, which arguably was like the lovable goof. Yeah. If you talk about it from like most people, everybody was like, oh, he's just this goofy guy. Yeah. I mean, people can talk about the 9/11 scandal. We're not going to talk about that because that's a conspiracy theory territory. And we might talk about that next week on Friday the 13th.
Oh, yeah.
Spoiler.
Yeah. Like,
Spoiler alert. We may have that conversation then. Yeah, we may talk about that next week. I mean, you can go into all that kind of stuff, but I mean, Clinton was also the Monica Lewinsky.
Going out, Marilyn Monroe's back in the tunnels.
And Monica Lewinsky.
And Monica Lewinsky with Bill Clinton. I mean, I know Trump has. I bet you Trump has tied up a maid at least once or twice.
There's a possibility. There's a possibility.
Honestly, if I was in the White House, I'd be like trying to tie up the maids and do some cocaine off their back or something. I don't know. I'd try to be interesting, dude. If I was president, I'd party the whole time.
I don't know, man. I think I'm just old. Maybe that's me. I'm just like I'll sit there with my little glass of scotch and just like,
I mean, Trump's living his best life. He's playing golf half the time.
Dude, but. I mean, hopefully, I would hope that his shot's good at least. I really hope that he's not garbage at golf and he just goes
How funny would that be? How funny would it be to see him like on the golf course and he just sloshed all over the place, just fucked up.
He's just absolute garbage and he's just super drunk all the time.
Everywhere. Just come
on, bitches! I got some 1942. Let's go.
Hey, apparently that shit's hard to get by right now.
What, 1942?
There's a 1942 shortage in the U.S.
Really, I actually have a bottle of that right now.
You son of a bitch.
Only because it's like I got it as a gift for my wedding. So me and my wife drink out of it once a year, basically.
That's the kind of bottle. It's either like a victory shot or a once a year kind of thing.
Yeah, or one of those that if you make a lot of money one night, you just go and blow it on a couple bottles of the 1942 Don Julios.
See, God knows he didn't let me come into money yet for a reason.
That's what I'm saying. Because we would go party hard. Like I would love to go and just like get a couple bottles of 1942 and go out on a boat and just hang out with my wife and just party and invite all of our fucking friends to go and just get nuts. Like,
Yeah, that'd be that'd be the shit. You know, that's kind of my goal with this podcasting thing and like the whole media thing. I just want to
Yacht party.
I just want to make enough money to where I can tell my friends, y'all quit your jobs for the next 10 years. We're about to party.
That'd be lit, dude. I'll be honestly like, nah, we're getting a yacht. Stupid amount of money for no reason.
Weekly D yacht.
The weekly D yacht. It'll just be called something stupid like the SS.
The SS Dickus.
SS Ding Dong or something stupid like that.
It's gonna be the SS Donkey.
SS Donkey. That's a Scottish accent.
No. You know we should call it the SS Cuban Superman.
I'm here for it. That motherfucker ain't 13 inches. That motherfucker 13 feet.
Bro, that motherfucker. They say it was 18 inches, bro. That's a lot of dick. Like I got a whole 4 inches and 3/4, and I thought that was good enough, but 18 inches, god damn, dude. Can't even take a piss in public.
I just don't feel like realistically you could like.
I don't think you
enjoy that.
Right?
Well, I mean, I feel like you pop one and then you pass out from blood loss. Like you just,
blood pressure there, you fucking pass out.
Yeah, you just pass out because
dude, busting the nut takes a lot out of someone to start with.
Well, I mean, have you heard of like post-nut closure? Post-nut clarity.
Clarity,
not closure.
Yeah.
I don't know what the closure is.
Yeah.
We need closure here. Or when you're just like, no, that was a bad decision.
Dude, honestly, I think I'm a sex addict. I'm not gonna lie. I'll bust a nut and I want to bust another one like right after. I got a problem.
Yeah, I am finding out my.
I can't do November because I've already nutted like 8 times and it's probably the second day.
No, not November, dude. The people that have been like actually taking that thing seriously is nuts. No pun intended, nuts to me. Like,
honestly, I don't know if you listened to the podcast last year. Around this time, Dan did No Nut November, and we had a blue ball update every week. He got very violent towards the end. Very bad and violent towards the end. He couldn't take it anymore. I'm sure the blue ball first
Poor guy. That's rough. Why'd y'all make him do that? Why'd y'all encourage that?
He wanted to, dude. And so I just put him on. Here's my problem. Like, if someone tells me they want to try something stupid, I'm not gonna tell them no. I'm gonna tell them, oh, you should do it. Like, it sounds like a good idea.
I mean, true.
I'm gonna egg you on. I'm gonna drive you to do that shit. I'm gonna motivate you. I'm like, come on, dude, don't jack off today.
I mean, that's a true friend, to be honest.
I'm a support.
It's a true boy right there. With that being said, I'm just like, oh dear God, like
I think we lost the few listeners we just gained last. At this point, let's just throw the podcast.
It's only been like 45 minutes of penis.
Hey, it's a weekly D, bro. You gotta get at least 35 minutes in. All right.
Anyways, I guess we can jump back into everything.
Presidential stuff. Oh man. I swear, if we don't get canceled, or honestly, if we ever make it big and like people don't go back to these episodes and cancel us, I'm gonna be upset.
I'll be a little sad about that.
I'm like, damn, we didn't wild out enough.
Dude, honestly,
episodes.
if at some point we get canceled for like something stupid, like a podcast, we did it wrong. Like, I would hope that by the time that we're set in what we're doing with the podcast, that everybody's over this bullshit and they're ready for like good fun humor again and can learn to fucking laugh at dumb shit again.
Exactly, like 45 minutes of dick jokes. We've covered Donkey's dick, Cuban Superman, and President Trump's dick.
And
I also
Biden's.
mentioned my actual size during summertime.
Nice and warm, ladies. Sorry, this one's taken.
Ladies, if y'all really want to see it, my OnlyFans is coming out next year.
Be on the lookout.
Actually, there's gonna be the weekly D OnlyFans, so if anyone wants to see it, just look up the weekly.
Dude, if I have to log on to that to do work stuff and I have to see your fucking penis every time, dude, I'm not gonna be happy.
Don't worry, I'll handle that. I'll handle that account.
Just thinking about that, I was just like, you know what? If I had to jump on that and actually do work stuff on there,
Yeah.
and I have to go and see your dick every time I do it, it's gonna be very it's gonna be very unfortunate.
No, I'm gonna do feet pics and all kinds of stuff like that. I'm gonna break the gender roles. You know how
I like
girls
it.
can sell their feet pics, they can sell their underwear, stuff like that. Non-nude nudes. That's what I'm going for, man. I'm just trying to. We have feminism that's all for equality. I'm for maleism. I'm trying to equalize the playing.
Maleism? Is that what you call
Fat
it?
boyism. I'm trying to equalize the playing field where not only am I a man, but I'm also a fat boy. It's Gordito season right now. So we got to level this shit out. I have the fat boy calendar coming out next year as well. So please be on the lookout for that.
There'll be many, many different costumes: firemen, puppy dogs, our brothers in arms.
Yeah, no
Just
idea.
get ready.
I got the sexy lumberjack. I got the sexy tamales. The sexy chorizo.
Pozole.
No, not pozole. I got a concha costume with the ass blown out.
No. No.
Yeah, honestly, I just want you to know this. This was all inspired by Bo Bundy. So if anyone hates on my OnlyFans, y'all can direct the hate towards him because he posted a nude, and I was like, why am I not doing nudes right now at this point? I got the.
Dude, he honestly got so much good press for that. It was so wild.
If y'all don't make me viral, I'm quitting. Like I quit everything. I'm just gonna post porno videos.
We'll get canceled the first day we go viral to watch. Right. Like, have you heard these people's podcasts? No, it's literally
nuts. They do
that's all they talk about.
Jokes, and then they talk about something serious.
Dude, honestly, this was a presidential podcast. What did you guys think this was going to be?
Right?
We literally have two giant penises as fucking presidential candidates.
In the world. Yeah, they're sword fighting right now. All right, so back to actual presidential shit. Trumpito has made rich people a lot richer.
I've heard about that, and I have heard about the tax bracket that there's a lot of wealthy rappers actually that are
bro. Didn't that trip out when you started seeing
they're jumping on the Trump train?
They're like choo choo.
Yeah, they really are. I mean, you see people like 50 Cent, Lil Pump, Lil Wayne, Ice Cube.
Yeah, no,
Ice Cube's
for real.
Ice Cube's low-key been a Republican for a long time though. Like there's some videos and stuff of his interviews like with that. He's actually been a Republican for like quite a while.
Honestly, I feel like most rich people, and no matter what side of the race spectrum they're on, they're Republican.
I mean, it makes sense for their economic demographic. Like, and we're talking economically, like they
don't want to pay more taxes.
Why do you?
I don't want to pay more taxes, and I don't even make over $50,000 a year. I mean,
I have thought about the $400,000 meme where they're just like people with making $400,000 are gonna be like, are gonna be taxed at a higher rate. And it's like people making $20,000 a year.
Yeah, like I mean, let's be honest. So taxes aren't the best thing in the world.
No, taxes suck. We all hate taxes. Everybody hates taxes.
Like when Trump got all that hate for only paying $750 in taxes. I was like, dude, I'm not mad at him. I want to learn what he did.
Well, it comes to
taxes than him, and I'm fucking broke.
Yeah, and come to find out, like honestly, a lot of that is all, he is paying millions of dollars in taxes every year. It's a specific type of income taxes. Yeah. I mean, it's also because he has lots of money invested in terms of dividends. Dividends are considered rewards, so he doesn't pay for any of that. That's what I'm saying.
Like, that's what I want to figure out because
he's not taxed on that.
I want to be like rich people where they don't pay taxes because all their money's in the stock market.
Mm-hmm.
They live off of dividends. I mean,
living off of dividends is the goal.
Instead of hating on people that do this shit, we need to fucking like praise them and beg them to teach us how they do this shit. Because even a broke person, if you can live off your dividends, you're golden, bro. That's how the economy works here. Like, you want to learn the trick to not pay taxes to make a shitload of money. I mean, I'm trying. I make like $2 in dividends a month. I can't live off of that yet, but I can at least buy happy.
No, but you can build it up a little bit, and every year it gets a little bit more and more and more.
All I can say is at least once a month I get a free McDouble. So
Yeah, there you go.
that ain't bad.
The equivalent to a free McDouble. I hope you don't take it out of your fucking your account to buy a McDouble.
I reinvest all my dividends, dude. I'm not doing it.
Watch, you're gonna have all these unpaid taxes that you have to eventually pay because you've been buying McDoubles every time you take it out as reward.
Dude, if that were to happen, I swore to God, I would spend McDonald's on my receipts. But like, help me out here, bro.
I'm gonna need you to pay that back because I cannot pay that back. You know what I mean? I mean, you've already kind of won me over.
Right. Fucking
Now you got to win the government over. Okay, see you. Thank you.
Exactly.
But
yeah,
no,
dude.
well, on top of it's interesting to see that there are a lot of hip hop artists and stuff like that who are in a higher tax bracket who are not riding the social justice warrior train. They literally they're riding the Trump train. And
how do you feel about that? Like, how do you feel about a celebrity that, most celebrities are Democratic because of the business they're in? They get pushed that way. How do you feel about someone that's open about being Republican or just being anything else but Democratic?
I think you should. I think no matter what, if you're a proud Democrat,
yeah,
say you're a proud Democrat. If you're a proud Republican, say you're a proud Republican. Or if you feel like you don't want to talk about politics, totally okay too. Nobody should have to define you by your politics. Look at the Chris Pratt situation. Chris Pratt has not once said he's ever been a Republican, but people assume he is because he didn't speak on certain topics.
That shit's fucking stupid, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy to me. So I mean, at the end of the day, be who you want to be, and I get it, and I understand right now everything is really polarizing.
Yep, it's like we said weeks ago, man. If you want to vote, go vote. Vote your interest. Don't give a fuck about what your neighbor says, what your mom says, what your pastor says. You vote in your interest, because at the end of the day, that's the only person that benefits off your vote. That truly feels the repercussions of it. Like me, I know I'm gonna get hate for this. I know I probably shouldn't say this, but I didn't vote for either Trump or Biden. I voted Joe Jorgensen because that, for me, she represented what I believe in, and that's who I voted for. Now on local elections, I voted on both sides. Honestly, I want to see not only do I want to see a clusterfuck, I want people to challenge each other. I've always been about, let's get one person from this side, one person from this side, put them together, and hope something good comes out of it. So all my local elections, I didn't vote Republican or Democratic all the way across the board. I flipped between Republican, Democratic, Green, and Libertarian.
Well, I think there are just certain things, realistically, when you think about it, when it comes to politics, there are some things that aren't fully left ticket. You can't go full 100% left ticket or 100% right ticket, or you're going to fuck yourself. There are certain things that, sometimes liberals do it better, and there are certain things sometimes conservatives do it better. Exactly. Conservatives have the economic, piece of it down.
You got that shit.
Whereas liberals have the social piece of it down. Liberals working to make the world better.
Yeah, go ahead.
And conservatives are working to make the world richer, and that's that you should have a good thing in the middle.
That's what I want. I want to see a little balance. I want to see a little bit of here, a little bit of there. Maybe sometimes we flip here, sometimes we flip there, sometimes we flip here, sometimes we go like this, sometimes we go like that. I mean, I just want to see it work out. But I want to see every side of the story, really.
Absolutely, I agree, and I think that's why I was kind of to go off what we were talking about earlier in terms of what could potentially happen after this election. Because after this election, we may have a conversation next week that'll be very different. We may be a little more serious depending on how things turn out. Some stuff's going down, but right now, we're hopeful. We hope things are going to turn out okay at the end of this.
Oh, but I mean, go ahead and finish. I'll tell you after.
Okay,
because I got
for sure.
To say.
Okay, well, I was going to say, in terms of the things that could happen, I mean, a multitude of things could happen when it comes to how the election can go. So the election can lead to a lot of splits, which could eventually lead to a push for somebody who's much more bipartisan. So you could see somebody like Tulsi Gabbard on a ticket, or somebody who had the values of John McCain, which are more moderate, more in the middle, and with a ticket. And then the VP, that's probably going to be a little bit more right or left, depending on what side you're on. But I think people have figured out that that's what they want. People want bipartisanship. People want people to work together. And I think at the end of the day, that's what the American people want. I mean, we don't want things to be bipartisan and not move. That's not what we're looking for. We want things to be bipartisan and actually work on the things that we do agree on, because there are lots of things that Democrats and Republicans agree on. but we have different ways to get to it. But if we can figure out a solution, like we can make the U.S. a better place. We can bring it back to being the best country in the world. I still think it is one of the best countries in the world, if not the best. But we got a lot of work to do to make it even better and to keep ourselves at that level, because other countries are figuring things out a little faster than us. Let's just be realistic. Like,
yeah, like right now we're not number one. Let's all be
no,
honest.
Sweden's number one currently, if I'm not mistaken.
We fucked up a lot of shit already. We're not
I
number one
mean,
now.
we still have a lot of social issues that we're dealing with, a lot of, past mistakes of our ancestors, like all throughout North America, South America, and, Central America. We still are paying the price for a multitude of our ancestors making stupid decisions. It sucks, but that comes with it.
Since you said that, I want to ask you a question. How do you feel about like statues and flags and shit? Like me personally, I feel like we should always keep that shit in our history books so we never forget how extreme our country was at one point on slavery, on civil rights and shit. And it feels like right now we're almost repeating that shit, right? So in a certain way, I feel like even though some of these statues represent hate, represent bad things, I feel like they should stay up because they show us what our country was at one point. Now, should we celebrate them and all this shit? No, but we should have them there to remind us this shit was not always a happy place. And right now, we're not number one because we have these same civil fucking problems that we had 50, 60 years ago. So how do you feel about that?
So I guess it goes down to a multitude of things. Like when it comes to, for instance, like statues, I think it's dependent. I think people really need to do realistic research on some of these statues that they're wanting to tear down. For instance, people have wanted to desecrate, like, the Lincoln Memorial, and desecrate, people have desecrated like a Frederick Douglass statue. Like, and I think people don't understand the concept. They just want to tag along. But I mean, if you have like a Robert E. Lee statue, in the middle of, a predominantly black neighborhood, I can understand why they wouldn't want it up there. And I can understand getting rid of that statue and maybe moving it somewhere else. I don't think it necessarily needs to be destroyed. I think it could be put in a museum and donated to the Smithsonian, or donated to like another local museum that'd be willing to take it in. But I think depending on the climate of like the population,
but you're kind of on the same page where I am, right? Or you rather it move somewhere else but be stored, because it is a part of our history, whether we like it or not. Racism was at an all-time high at one point. Slavery was a thing, and we shouldn't forget that. Just like we shouldn't forget, slavery wasn't created by the white man. I know I'm gonna get shit for this, but it wasn't created by the white man. It was created through indigenous tribes. When they would fight wars, they would enslave each other and sell each other. So I mean, in a way, we gotta kind of be realistic and be not understanding, but be knowledgeable of the shit that happened in the past.
And understand that it wasn't just the U.S. that was doing these kind of things at the time. When it came to atrocities, like
a good example is how Germany fucking neglects that the Nazis were a thing.
They try to pretend that it didn't exist.
Yeah, and it hurts them in the long run, because let's say you have another Hitler there, they won't know the steps he took because they ignore it. They pretend it never happened.
I do have and I think it comes down to it, like when it comes to, I mean, look at Looney Tunes cartoons that we grew up with, even like in terms of the way that they portrayed certain people, like, at one time, like, I mean, we look at Looney Tunes cartoons back from the 30s and 20s, like it was a very different climate. And like people, I mean, are you going to not allow them to play those kind of things? I mean, I don't think you should ban them. I think you should put a disclaimer out there in the very front of it. Like, hey, like, look, these are a product of their time. This is what it was. And like, take this as a lesson. If you don't think these are funny, there's a reason. And understand why these aren't funny, but these were important.
What's that Disney movie? The Song of the South?
Song of the South. I don't think it should have been banned.
Plus. Yeah. Also, Blazing Saddles. Blazing Saddles, honestly, for me, I find it funny, but that's because
it's a product of its time.
I find anything funny. Like anything that's supposed to be racist towards whoever it is. I find it funny, but that's because I'm an asshole by nature. But Blazing Saddles represents the times. It really truly shows how people viewed things. And because of that, I really, really hate the fact that they edited it to cut out all the racist scenes, because honestly, it's a timepiece of history. Whether you like it or not, like we said about the statues, like it really shows you how people viewed things at that time.
It happened. It shows how much we've grown as a country. I mean, it really does. The only thing that like I think that I do have trouble with is people still, and we may disagree on this, but people still flying the Confederate flag as a symbol of like the South. I don't know. I don't like cheering for a loser. For one, I think that's just a personal thing. But also like, I mean, it's not just the fact that like at one time the flag wasn't even like the Confederate flag. It was a battle flag, one of many battle flags. The issue I have with it is what it stands for now.
Yeah.
And some people it stands for different things, but usually you can associate that with not Southern pride, but with a lot of old bigotry and racism.
Yeah.
People carry that along with their bigotry.
Yeah.
And I've had people like, ask me that question of, why do you care? Like, well, I'm half Hispanic, like ethnically, I am a half Mexican man who has seen my mom like get told when I was living in Kentucky that she couldn't go into a room to help a cancer patient because he didn't want her to, because he's racist as fuck. And
that
and
happened.
like he thought she was black. Like, like
yeah, that honestly, so I work in the tractor business and the construction equipment business. I'm a mechanic. He's a mechanic. Most people that listen to this podcast, they already know that. I myself never witnessed racism until I moved to Texas and I started working in the field I work in. I've had people say, I don't want that beaner working on my machine. Or I had one guy call me a spick, and he said, you spicks are good for nothing. I don't want you touching my fucking machine. And I was like, all right, man, there's a reason why I'm here. There's a reason why I'm considered like a good tech where I work. But if you don't want me to work on shit, fine. But if it comes fucked up, don't come crying to the fucking beaner or the spick that you didn't want to touch your machine. You know?
Exactly. And I think, that it dies off over time, but it's still here. It's still prevalent, and it still gets passed on to the kids. It still gets passed on to people who don't know any better. And like that shit still exists. And until we, I don't think we need to erase that from our history. It doesn't need to be erased. It needs to be spoken of, but until people stop treating it as like a sign of like Southern pride, the sooner I think we'll actually.
I can understand it being part of your heritage.
Yeah, I'm sure like
they're like, what it stood for.
Yeah, my family's been in the South for a long time. I'm sure they were on the Confederate side. Like I can guarantee that they were. They were farmers that literally lived like in the South, like on my dad's side. Like so, I'm sure they had slaves, and I'm sure like they did some fucked up shit. Like, and that's fucking horrible.
Yeah,
but how do I put it? How do I put it? Like gently, I guess. No, I'm not proud of that shit. And I think at the end of the day, like nobody should be proud of that shit. Like it could be a heritage. You can show that, okay, that's what they believed in at that time. But like you can also be like, nah, but that ain't me. And that is not what I'm gonna represent for my kids. And that's not what my kids are gonna represent for their kids. Like my kids are gonna know better. Like
I like that you said that, man. I like where your stance is at. And I'm not just saying it because I'm Hispanic. Like, honestly, I'm cool with some racist ass people. There's some there's some people that I've worked on their stuff that they didn't want me to touch it because I was a fucking beaner at first, and now they buy me fucking alcohol once a year. Because
now they love you. Like
I love breaking down that stigma. I love breaking down that racist person. I love showing them that I can do a job better or just as good as your people. Like today, like I was talking to my dad earlier because I was like, today as a Mexican American, as a Hispanic, I had this moment where I was overwhelmed with emotion. And I'm gonna tell you a story. Like I went to the gas station, right? I go to this gas station once a week, twice a week to put gas, and then it's right down the street from my job. There's a lot of Hispanics that go there. There's a lot of people I see all the time. But today specifically, it hit me, you know, because I was thinking this whole day I've been thinking about, the election stuff. How no matter which side wins, some shit's gonna pop off.
It's gonna get ugly either way. I think,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
and well,
I
I
think it's
walked
just
in
gonna
there,
happen.
right, and I'm the kind of person that I know I'm lucky. I was born in the U.S. I know that I am lucky. I'm first generation Mexican American because I got the best of the immigrant parents, and I got to live the best childhood as a American child, right? So I'm aware of this, and I try to remind myself every day. I'm a lucky son of a bitch because I was born here, and I didn't have to deal with not having papers. I didn't have to deal with any of that shit. I was blessed. My parents were able to get their papers over time and whatnot. Today I go to the gas station. I see this guy. He's covered in dirt. He works construction. You can tell just by how he's dressed. Works construction. Works outside all day. He's buying his wife a chocolate rose, and he's buying himself a beer, right? And I'm watching this guy, and I'm like, man, like this guy looks like he's been through some rough shit today. He's covered in dirt. He's all dirty. He's sweating. He's doing this shit for himself and his wife, whatever. So like I was talking to him for a minute because I saw him and I was like, hey, I noticed you work in construction. Like I was just trying to do some business stuff, right? Because I was like, I work at this dealership down the street. I'm a mechanic there. If you ever need help, just here's my number, here's my card. You can hit me up. I'll be more than glad to help you. And while talking to him, he's like, oh yeah, like I'm here legally, but I have my own business. That's my van outside. And I was like, oh, dude, that's dope as shit. And when I was talking to him, I looked down and I see his shoes, right? One shoe is just covered in fucking dirt. And when I noticed this, he was explaining to me that, he works in roofing and in framing. Like his company is roofing and framing. He has like 6 guys working for him. He owns his own business, yada, yada. What I realized was this dude had a broken foot. His boot that he had on, so his protective, not his boot, like work boot. He had one of those pump up air boots, like when you fracture your foot. Had that shit on, covered in dirt. And at that moment, I realized 2 things. One, I'm fucking lucky as hell. I have papers. I can work a job where I get health insurance, where I get all this shit. 2, I realized how hard a fucking immigrant person is. Think about this. This guy owns his own business, has his own van, has no fucking papers, but works every fucking day of his life, Monday through Saturday, from 5 in the morning to 6 in the afternoon. This dude broke his foot. He fell off a roof. He was roofing a house and he fell through the roof, snapped his ankle, and he's still working with the fucking boot on. Like, to me, that I know. Well, it's probably because I'm drunk. I've drank half a bottle of Crown already. But like, to me,
that shit gets me emotional, bro. Like it's
that
crazy.
made me so fucking emotional because I was like, one, I'm Hispanic, so I know what it's like to grow up with immigrant parents. I know how hard it is when they don't have papers. Like when you have family that don't have papers. But the fact that this guy was working his ass off with a broken foot and own his own business, it made me realize how lucky we are and how hard it is for a fucking immigrant to make it in this life. Because he has no health insurance. He has none of that shit. And he can't miss a day. He can't afford to miss a day of work. And I don't know. Exactly. I just, like, whenever I think about how people hate, immigrants or say they should go back to their country or they should do this shit legally, like, when I see that shit, I'm just like, how? You never see a Hispanic person asking for money. These motherfuckers will sell you a rose instead of asking you money because they have so much fucking pride. You know? And the fact, like, it really hit me because, like I said, I was thinking about the elections and I was thinking about how Trump has been super shitty towards immigrants, but also on the backside, Democrats have always, some way, somehow been shitty to immigrants and to Black people. They've always patted to them, but fucked them over. I don't know.
At the end of the day, that's kind of how that goes.
In a way, like I'm just rambling now, but in a way, it really hit me, bro. Like it hit
No,
me hard.
absolutely. I mean, like, so growing up, I didn't really have that. Growing up in a half Hispanic household and a half white
Mhm.
household, like,
We were
and it's the
progressive.
same.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, like we grew up in a I guess in a well, it was very conservative household, but it
Mhm.
was it was a half
Hispanic
Hispanic,
and
half white.
conservative by nature.
Yeah, I mean, I grew up in a house of like 14 people.
Yeah.
Just to let it be known, like, I mean, it was with all my cousins and aunts and uncles, and
Mhm.
we were all of our family, our parents and stuff were trying to, start their lives, and my grandma was very blessed enough to have made enough money when she retired to, buy a house, and so
Mhm.
that's what they did, and we never really saw that because, unfortunately, through time and through racism and bigotry, like, my grandmother never really taught my mom Spanish or my aunt Spanish, being second generation, third generation here and there, because my grandmother was first generation.
Yeah.
My popo was from Mexico. My mom was from Mexico,
Uh-huh.
and so they were taught. She didn't want to teach them Spanish because she didn't want to have an accent,
Mm-hmm.
because she wanted it to be easier for them to assimilate into the U.S. population.
Yeah.
And it's now we're playing catch up as in our generation. And a lot of other, Americanized Hispanics have the same issue. Is now we're all playing catch up to like learn Spanish and try to find our culture again,
Mhm.
because like we've lost a lot of that,
Yeah.
and it's unfortunate, and we want that back. And I feel for the immigrant who has to struggle every fucking day.
Yeah.
You know, I talk about my problems in terms of like not being as close to my culture as I would like to be, but
Mhm.
like sometimes they don't have food at the table at the end of the day because
Yeah.
their contractor who hired them on doesn't want to pay them,
Yeah.
because he can choose to if he doesn't want to,
Yeah. Because
because
he knows
what are
they
they
have
going to do,
no
call the
future.
police?
Yeah. Exactly. And
It
I don't
happens,
know,
like,
dude. That seeing that guy today with a broken foot working his ass off, like you can tell this dude's been hustling because his boot was just as dirty as his air boot was just as dirty as
that
his normal
sucks,
boot.
dude.
And like all I could think is like, fuck, dude, like how lucky am I that even though I'm first generation here, I'm lucky as fuck to have been born here.
Oh,
I
for sure,
know,
for
I
sure.
know I'm lucky as fuck to have been born here because I have family members that they weren't born here, that they're still struggling to try to get papers. And
Hmm.
it really makes me think like how hard it is to become a U.S. citizen. It's people always say, "Oh, they should have came here legally. They should have done this. They should have done that." First of all, they're coming here to escape fucking violence. Most of the time, they're coming here to
Hmm.
make a better life for themselves. And a lot of y'all motherfuckers that say that shit, I don't know, but the cost of becoming a U.S. citizen has multiplied 600 times from what it was in the 80s. It's gone up 600% of the
not
price.
to
And
not
that's
to
an
mention
actual
the fact that,
stat because I do another podcast with my girlfriend called Immigrant Mentality, and I had to look up these fucking stats. And this isn't just a
Mhm.
plug for it. I'm just saying, like, for any of y'all that want to say immigrants need to come here legally, they need to just pay the shit. They can't fucking afford it to get here. Y'all need to realize how lucky you are to be born here, to be born American. Okay,
Mhm.
because Americans, they have the shittiest education system, but around the world, if you have a US degree, you'll get a job anywhere. All right. One. Two, you were born at one of the best countries in the entire world at one point. Y'all got a head start. Y'all need to y'all were fucking blessed with the notion, with the ability to be selfish. Because a lot of these immigrants, they don't have that opportunity. They don't have the opportunity to think about themselves. They got to think about, is my whole family going to eat tomorrow? Are we going to survive the fucking violence? You know,
If I get caught, if I get sent back, like, am I gonna have to deal with cartel that I've been running away from? Like,
exactly. Or if I get an offender bender, what am I going to do? Because I can't even get fucking insurance.
mhm, mhm. I don't have any. I don't. I can't. Yeah, I can't. I
Like,
can't. I can't protect it. So what happens? I get sent back,
exactly.
or I
Like,
can't afford
I
to, and I
know
have to
I'm
pay it.
polarizing our audience right now because people have their heads up their ass about immigration and all that. But
I just encourage people to
this
do more
is a
research on it.
motherfucking Weekly D podcast. I created this shit. I have one of the best co-hosts in the world right now. So I don't give a fuck. We're gonna say that right now. And I'm not drunk. I'm a little tipsy, but I'm not drunk. Okay, I know what I'm saying, and I'm gonna stand by it. And if anyone got a problem with it, y'all can tweet me. Y'all can come at me. I don't give a fuck.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's not about Republican and Democrat. It's literally about giving people the opportunity. Yeah, it's about giving people the opportunity to like have a better life and have a better life.
Yeah,
realistically, and not have to wait 10 years.
Fun fact: during World War II, the U.S. brought a shitload of German engineers into the country because Germany at that time had the best engineers in the world. All right, they illegally brought German engineers to help us make the A-bomb, to help us make the fucking telegram, to help us make submarines. So if y'all got a problem with immigration, y'all need to check yourselves, because that shit's. The U.S. has done some sketchy shit to get some sketchy ass people in here. All right,
that's all. When you talk about the Bay of Pigs at some point,
yeah,
and the Cubans and what they had to do. Basically, they'd take them. They would come over here as immigrants. They'd send them back as warriors, and they got wrecked. It happened.
Yeah, like honestly, look at World War II. Like that's the best example. World War II was one of the most technological advancements in the entire world. But most of those fucking technologies came from Germans, from Nazis. You know, and y'all want to say you're against immigration? Some of the best engineers in the world right now are Mexican, especially when it comes to bioengineering, when it comes to recyclable. I think that's the word, recyclable. I always mispronounce that. But for people that come up with recyclable technologies, so recyclable energy, a lot of those people are fucking South American and Mexican. You know, like I don't want this to be a whole immigration podcast or whatnot, because I got an immigration podcast. But I'm just saying, y'all need to respect the fucking immigrants. That's all I gotta say. Agreed. I gotta take a piss. I'm gonna take a break.
All good. We'll take a quick break.
Yeah. We're recording video right now, and I'm about to hit the audio, which is the most important thing. In 3, 2, 1.
Hey guys, we are back after a short break, and now it's time to get on to our next segment, Pendejo of the Week. This week's Pendejo of the Week is brought to you by our good friends at Micha Libre. Micha Libre is a homegrown michelada mix brought to you straight out of Southeast Houston. They make all their mixes in-house, and depending on your order, they deliver. It's super easy to order, and all you have to do is DM Miche_Libre. That's MICHE_LIBRE on Instagram or Twitter. Now, let me tell you, I haven't actually had this personally, but I've been told by many people through friends and through multiple friends that it's really tasty. They have flavors including cucumber, mango, and dill pickle, the option of spicy or regular. Pairing this with one of our other sponsors, Southern Star Brewing Company, their Echo and Conroe or Bombshell Blonde will blow your freaking mind. So if you're a fan of micheladas, you have to give Micha Libre a try. Again, to place an order, DM them on Instagram or Facebook at Miche_Libre. By the way, guys, don't forget you can send us your Pendejo of the Week candidates using the hashtag POJ and sending it to us on Twitter at TheWeeklyDPod, at Danny_G951, or at It's That Guy Kyle. Also, polls will be dropping on Tuesday, and y'all can vote on who you think is the biggest Pendejo of the Week.
Boom! You fucking killed that shit, dude. First ad,
man.
All our listeners, please give a. I know he can't hear this right now, but please give Kyle a round of applause because he fucking killed that shit. He didn't stutter one time like I always do.
So, I felt like I was going to.
I was waiting for it, man. I was hoping for it, honestly, because you did that a whole lot better than I've ever done it.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
But yeah, we're on Pendejo of the Week. Y'all's favorite segment. Honestly, it's my favorite segment. That's why we still do it. I think it's hilarious. So we are doing Pendejo of the Week right now. And we have our first ever listener sent Pendejo of the Week sent to us on Twitter by the one, the only Juan Paco Pico de Gallo at A Hard Nug Life.
Aye.
He sent us the PE teacher. That bitch was named Jennifer Simpson of OK Elementary in Oklahoma. That hoe dressed like the border wall that President Donald Trump promised us, and we still don't have. Also, her coworker dressed as Donald Trump, and honestly, the teacher dressed as Donald Trump. We don't give a fuck. That's actually pretty funny. I'm down for it. If you want to dress like your presidents, that's always a good time. But the fact that bitch dressed like the border wall and had a sign that said "border wall," fuck that bitch.
It's a little offensive.
That honestly, first of all, super offensive. You're already in Oklahoma, which is known to be a kind of
Hit or miss on the racist
just a little bit racist state. But on top of that, you're an elementary school teacher. Like,
Shout
what
out
the
Oklahoma.
fuck were you thinking, bruh? Honestly, what the fuck were you thinking? How are you gonna dress like a border wall and then have little Juan walk into class and be like, "Oh, today we're learning basketball shots"? Like, fuck you,
And he's
bitch.
just there. He's just staring at it like,
You know
man.
what would have been more fucked up if that teacher would have like, "Today we're doing the pole vault, so some of y'all can learn to jump over the wall."
I forgot what it was. I heard some joke. I heard some joke about that when it comes to like, really like Republican Mexican guys where they're just like, I forget what it was. It was just like they were talking about like, and he's like, man, whoops, we got to keep these Mexicans out of here. And it's a bunch of Mexican guys. And they're like, oh man, like, Manuel, I'm really glad you got over the border wall at a better time than I did.
I don't know. That's fucked up though. But it would be so funny if you were to like have them run track that day and be like, come on, let's get ready to run from La Migra. Yeah, but honestly, fuck that bitch.
Sounds like Oklahoma and or Alabama.
Yeah, fuck.
Shout out Alabama.
I'm gonna say her name just so everyone knows it. And I highly recommend we blow her up on Twitter and we blow her up on whatever OK Elementary School.
No, let's not dox them, but we should definitely.
We definitely put her on blast. Like,
we put her on blast.
Maybe I don't condone death threats because I get them all the time for saying wild shit on this podcast. But just
no doxing.
Just be like, hey, bitch, we see you.
Yeah.
We see you.
Yeah. No need to like release addresses or anything. Like let the girl like live.
And there's no need to get violent. There's no need. No, we should just like, how about we build a wall around you or something?
Yeah. Troll her for a little bit, and then let it be known.
Yeah. But fuck.
Anyway,
how the fuck are you gonna dress like a border wall? Would you dress like a border wall at an elementary school?
No, I wouldn't dress like a border wall at all.
I mean, I think Trump is the funniest fucking costume in the world. Like,
I do too.
To me, if you want to dress like Trump and do a Trump impersonation, that should always mix and match. So I'm all.
I think that would be amazing.
Amazing. We're gonna build a wall.
Billions and billions of people are dressing just like me.
Honestly, I love the train wreck that Donald Trump has been. So I'm all for him. But if you're gonna dress up like a border wall, that's just a tad bit racist. And because of that, you get Pendejo of the Week this week.
Agreed. Agreed.
Juan Paco Pico de Gallo at A Hard Enough Life for sending that in. That's honestly the greatest Twitter name I've ever heard.
I personally love it. It's amazing. Juan Paco Pico de Gallo.
I can't wait to meet Juan Paco Pico de Gallo someday.
It's a real one.
All right, Kyle, you got one too?
Yeah. So my pendejo of the week goes to the
user.
So my pendejo of the week was not sent in by a user. It was sent in by me personally. But it goes to the truck that ran into one of the cars that was guiding the Biden bus through Texas. The guy who basically rammed into that car.
So he actually ran him. So I saw this all over Twitter, right? I saw that there was a Biden Kamala Harris bus going through Texas. I didn't pay much attention to it because I'm like, oh, it's just a fucking trail ride or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, they're going to do their thing.
Yeah, they're doing their thing, and they got a whole bunch of Biden trucks around it. Little did I realize all those trucks were Trump trucks.
Yeah,
surrounding the bus, which I find hilarious. Like
Trump train.
Whoever thought of running a Trump train on the Biden bus?
It was wild. Like, granted, the danger that could have potentially happened from that is like immense.
It's intense,
Like
yeah. Like,
one wrong move, like okay, that white car that I'm talking about, which is why the guy got Pendejo of the week, was damaged pretty bad. But just imagine if that truck hit its brakes a little too hard, flipped, and then the bus hit you in the process. Not to mention that bus hits on the middle of I-35 in like Austin, San Marcos area, where it's one of the busiest like interstates in
honestly,
Texas.
if you cause a traffic jam because of that shit, you deserve to be put the hell of the week.
Agreed. Yeah,
You
definitely
also
don't. You
deserve
definitely
a
shouldn't do that.
nuts or the cunt, whichever.
I don't mind it. I don't mind if you want to have your drum train. Like you go and do that and showcase your president, like or the president of the United States. I'm not gonna say your president because it's our president, regardless of the situation. But at the end of the day, like do what you want to do. Just realize like to not just do your best not to make stupid decisions like trying to get in front of a fucking bus because that's fucking stupid.
Also, they can't stop the way.
Also they can't stop. Yeah, exactly. They can't stop the way that a regular truck could. And if it hits you, it's gonna flip and it will crush your truck and or crush everyone next to it and or around it.
You know, as much as a shit show this election has been, Kanye 2020 doesn't sound so bad.
Sounding better and better every day, and that's
But
unfortunate.
after listening to that Joe Rogan podcast, I wish I recorded for him. I think it would have been interesting. Interesting mix up. Honestly, Kanye is just another Trump dude. He's just black. Let's be honest.
Yeah, well, he's also a lot more religious, like a lot more religious.
I think I wouldn't mind a little Jesus walks every time he comes to the podium.
I don't personally think Trump is very religious. I think he uses that as like a tool in order to further their demographic. I don't think he's religious at all. I do think Kanye is very religious, and I think religion. This is an unpopular opinion. I'm going to probably get hate for this. I don't think religion and like separation of church and state should be a thing. I don't think religion should have anything to do with like the way we run our politics.
Well, honestly, how badass would it be, right? Let's say Kanye does become president. How badass would it be, like when he's taking his oath, they just start playing Watch the Throne.
That would be lit. I think that'd be amazing.
Like, hey, come on, dude. U.S. politics is such a shit show right now that let's make this shit a little more entertaining. Let's make a little.
I guess that would work because everybody would be like, "Fuck Kanye West." It wouldn't be.
Imagine Kanye West every Sunday makes a Sunday service of recording. We're all just singing gospels every fucking Sunday. It's like Jesus.
You know what? I'm into it. Kanye 2020, baby. Kanye 2020. And Harambe vice president. Thank you. Everybody have a great rest of your day. Kanye Harambe 2020.
You know what? I'm glad we can laugh about this because this whole politics shit is very serious right now.
Bro, potentially shit. It'll be a shit show tomorrow.
Like, let's be honest.
It could burn down tomorrow.
By the time this podcast comes out, the U.S. might be in a civil war. I'm not even gonna lie.
But hey, we got the dick jokes to keep it going for a little while longer.
Again, we need to get down to the bottom of this. How did Donkey fuck the dragon? That should be, if Kanye wins, that should be his number one priority. Let's figure out how Donkey fucked the dragon.
Yes. And to say that, now we're on to our next BAMF of the week.
BAMF of the week. I wish I had the soundboard with the sound effects. Mm-hmm. But the way my bank account's set up, I don't have that right now.
That's okay. So normally, guys, we don't do a BAMF of the week. Usually because Pendejo of the week it's our segment. It's what we do. But we thought today it would be a good opportunity to. I don't know if we're gonna do this as like a permanent thing, but this is definitely something we wanted to showcase today.
Let's say this: the BAMF of the week doesn't happen all the time. It's like,
but when it does
Donkey
happen,
fucking the dragon. It's rare. But this week we had such a good BAMF of the week. We got to put it on.
Yes. So the first one's going to be basically actually the only one. Actually, it's two. Sorry. Kid in a classroom saw two boys fighting. Their teacher tries to break it up. You've probably seen this video. We did retweet it on our Twitter at the Weekly D Pod. So basically, this guy sees two kids fighting. The teacher tries to break it up and ends up getting punched in the face in the process. The boy who did see this basically mollywops the person who punched the teacher in the face and ultimately breaks up the fight.
Bro, that kid, let's start off with this. He was a lot skinnier than both of them.
Yeah.
He knocked one of the dudes the fuck out.
Yeah. He did, and he made it known, and he protected his teacher. And at the end of the day, I really don't think that he should receive any penalty for his actions, because once you put hands on somebody, like, you realistically, yes, it's assault. Okay, it's a whole thing, but they're in high school. Might as well teach them how to keep their hands to themselves.
Dude,
early.
honestly, the fact that he defended the teacher, he better get a straight A. He better get straight A's the rest of the year.
I hope he doesn't
Like,
get in trouble. Maybe a day of ISS is fine to, like, just kind of like, hey, you probably shouldn't throw hands, but like,
hold on.
protect his-
Not only was he defending his teacher, he was defending a woman, dude.
Yep.
Like, I don't give a fuck. That you should not get ISS.
I don't think he should get in trouble at all. But if he did, I would hope it was minimal.
He should get a get out of jail free card. You know, in case he ever does get in trouble, he can pull that card out and be like, "Look, motherfucker, I decked the motherfucker over this teacher getting hit. I get one. I get a free one." And then
I'm good with that.
Straight A's.
I'm good with that.
Yeah. I mean, come on. He's straight up like, if you have not seen this video, you got to go follow the Weekly D podcast on Twitter and check out this video. Because this motherfucker, he did not just stop the fight. He knocked the motherfucker out cold.
And pushed the other guy off. And that guy too.
The other guy's face and he said, "Test me, motherfucker." Like, you don't want to do that. And because of that, like I said, not only did he defend a teacher, he defended a woman. That's like feminism, chivalry, whatever the fuck you want to call it. He did his thing. He went above and beyond. He deserves to have straight A's in that class for the rest of the year. He shouldn't be called upon in that class. He shouldn't have to do any work because he knocked the motherfucker out for his teacher.
And that's why he deserves a ban for the week.
Also, I wonder if he's smashing the teacher because the teacher wasn't bad.
No. Maybe.
Honestly, my girlfriend fucked up doing the handshake, saying I can say whatever the fuck I want to say on this podcast.
He's gonna be like, "Yeah, I'm gonna need you to not."
I hope some of the shit was funny because that was the one rule. I had to be funny.
I'm sure she laughed a couple times.
And right now I'm drunk, so I don't know if I'm funny or if I'm just drunk. I'm having a good time.
I think you're funny, Daniel.
That's all.
To go into the second one, though, the second one and the final one is basically all the parents and kids who followed protocol and stayed safe and social distance for Halloween in a multitude of clever ways, aka ghost hunts instead of Easter egg hunts, to where they can go and they can get like little treats out of like little like ghosts and things like that. Drive-in movies, drive-through haunted houses, like the one that they had for the basically it was like a drive-through car wash. That was a haunted house. You'd go through the haunted house, it'd be a car wash.
They had those.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them. There was a bunch of
I've seen was drive-through strip clubs.
the drive-through.
And
that exists too.
They also deserve an award for it.
Yes, they can also get banned for the week as well.
Yeah.
But also some of the the masks incorporated into costumes to make it easier, like a ninja.
Talking about that, my boy at Southern Star, the assistant to the assistant regional manager, Angel, he dressed up like Beavis from Beavis and Butthead, and he bought an actual mask, like the mask we use for coronavirus. He bought a mask with Beavis's face, and then he bought the AC/DC shirt and the shorts.
Take your pee for my bag.
I'm the great Gordon Julio.
Oh, I need the great Gordon Julio. You know what? Fuck it.
Dude, we lost all the followers we gained anyway already. Like at this point, 45 minutes of dick joy. They gave up already.
I'm sure somebody's watching and somebody's like, "Yes,
I hope
yes, give me more."
Yeah, shout out to Angel from Southern Star Brewing Company. He is the assistant tap room manager. He dressed up like Beavis from Beavis and Butthead, and I thought that was fucking hilarious. So
no, I'm here for that. That's awesome.
Shout out to that. That is creative as fuck though. When you can buy a mask to fit your costume, that shit was dope.
Not to mention the ways people were giving out candy, like the pumpkin chute, where they basically have a pumpkin at the bottom of like their 2-story house and make it like a little chute so they could throw the candy down the chute and it would come out of the pumpkin's mouth. So like they can come and pick up the pumpkins, and they can manage how many people are taking their like candy at a time. It's pretty cool, honestly.
That is pretty cool.
So overall, both of those people do get our BAMF of the week. And I guess from there we can jump into topic 2 if you want to. It's going to be shorter topics, so it's not going to be as long as our first one.
This is gonna be the rapid fire topics because we're just trying to fill up time. I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, I'm a little drunk, so I don't give a fuck right now. But
All
R.I.P. Sean Connery because he was the
Yes.
biggest 007. I don't give a fuck what you say. Pierce Brosnan was dope, but
He's
Sean
the OG
Connery
though.
was the OG. Yeah.
Sean Connery is the original 007.
Also,
And unfortunately, he did pass.
what's that movie? The Hunt of Red October or some shit like that. Dope ass
He's not
movie.
Red October.
Yeah,
Oh.
he's the captain of the submarine.
Yeah, you're right.
I know I'm right because I watched that movie the other day and I was like, holy shit, it's Sean Connery. And then the next day I was like, holy shit, Sean Connery died.
I'm just personally a fan of The Rock. Like I said, I think we've had this conversation. I think The Rock is one of the best, one of his best movies.
Yeah.
And Nicolas Cage. It's one of Nicolas Cage's best movies as well.
Dude, Nicolas Cage makes so much shitty movies that, he deserves an A+ for that one. But
it's so unfortunate.
Honestly, like, I was a fan of 007 when Sean Connery was in it.
Mhm.
I've been a fan of 007 since I was a kid. Like, I used to have all the movies on VHS. So my brother lent them out to his friend, and we never got them back. So my brother still owes me about 5 VHS 007.
He's cool and charismatic.
Yeah, dude, Sean Connery was dope, dude. He was fucking all the hot chicks from the 50s. Like, he was goals, bro. He was goals.
For sure. So R.I.P. to Sean Connery for
R.I.P.
sure.
to the GOAT, the original 007. Yeah.
Sending him off.
Send him off.
Yes,
Ain't
sir.
got shit on him. I said it. I don't give a fuck.
Okay. Fuck yeah.
All right, the next subject, your subject. I want to let you bring that in.
Oh, you got it.
I might go on the Alex Jones rant real soon. I don't know. I'm feeling really
Gotta
good.
take the whole thing and turn the frogs gay.
Let's talk about the Bohemian Grove.
Bohemian Grove's interesting, bro. Like, okay, so the first thing I want to go into is the Joe Rogan Alex Jones controversy. So basically, it's a conversation that we're going to have about censorship in the media and why things like this can potentially be like a slippery slope. So the first thing that kind of goes down with it is so Joe Rogan signed a massive deal with Spotify. I think at this point, people who watch podcasts and listen to podcasts know that. A lot of Joe Rogan's one of the biggest people on the podcast market. Really what he did was like unprecedented because why did he need to do a Spotify deal? You know, to make it exclusive to Spotify.
Dude, he really didn't. Like, let's be honest.
He's making plenty
the
of
only
money.
reason he did it was so he can move to Austin rent free.
Yeah. And with that being said, he did state that specifically, like that none of his content would change, and that he didn't make a deal with Spotify to not censor, and he could have whoever he wanted. So he's made great use of that. He's had Kanye West, he's had Alex Jones, and on that note, the Alex Jones podcast was interesting because Spotify employees, as they have been doing for the past couple of months, have been petitioning to cancel Joe Rogan as well as cancel these interesting and sometimes controversial guests such as Alex Jones.
Bro, this literally boils down to the same shit we've been talking about this whole podcast. Not the dick stuff, but the whole politics stuff. Like, there's no fucking reason everything should be left or right.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because that's what's happening. They're trying to censor him because sometimes he has right people, sometimes he has left people. But let's be honest. Joe Rogan, say what you want to say about him, he does a very good job at being in the middle and letting the person speak their piece.
Yeah.
Right?
Realistically, he's more left than he is anything if you really want to go into his politics.
Yeah, so. I mean, he fucks with the right, he fucks with the left, but he does lean a little more left. And honestly, like, well, to me, Joe Rogan's another one of those people that I idolize because of what he's done in the podcast space. He's an OG podcaster that has literally, he didn't need the Spotify deal. Let's be honest. No. He did not need it. He didn't need to do it. He just figured, I want to move to Austin. I want to get the fuck out of California. Why not do it rent free? You know? And the fact that Spotify is so liberal that they're trying to fucking not shut him down, but censor his episodes when he has people that are extremists is bullshit. Is Spotify
Regardless of the extremist.
Yeah, if Spotify was really smart and they really wanted to make their money, they wouldn't give a fuck. Because everyone, what my question is, why would you censor someone that he does his best to not be either too far this way, too far that way, and if he is too far one way, he lets the other people speak their piece. Like, why censor someone that has an opposing opinion from you, if maybe you can learn something from it?
I will say a lot of people that had like a shitty opinion on it didn't watch the podcast
Oh, dude,
or listen to the podcast.
hold on,
Like,
everyone that had a shitty fucking opinion about it, first of all, they've never listened to the whole podcast. They just listen to clips or they get clips that are out of context.
yes,
Continue.
like because if you're talking about like, the whole podcast, Joe Rogan calls Alex Jones out a multitude of times and fact checks him a multitude of times. And you know what's funny? Alex Jones was right on a lot of the stuff that he was getting called out on.
Bohemian Grove, fucking Epstein.
Bohemian?
Let's be honest, he's been talking about Epstein for fucking years, bro.
Years. And he's been talking about Bohemian Grove for a long time. Like, I mean, I remember listening to him, and like, he wasn't as polarizing back in the day. Like, and I mean, that was one of those things that, like, I mean, it's fun comedy. It's entertainment. You don't listen to Alex Jones to get real advice.
Alex Jones's commentary.
Yes.
It's just like listening to fucking Stephen A. Smith or the other guy.
Or the Young Turks, or listening to.
Right? They got hot takes. Honestly, Alex Jones has been very accurate and right about a lot of things. The only thing he really truly fucked up was Sandy Hook. I hate to admit and say that, but he really fucked up on Sandy Hook. Jeffrey Epstein, the sex cult, fucking Pizzagate, he was dead on balls on that shit.
He's been doing that research for years. And I don't think that you should silence him just because he got one thing wrong. And not to mention, it was a big thing, and it was very important, and it was very controversial, and it was bad.
He admits it. He even admitted it on that.
But he admits it.
On that podcast. Fucked up.
Yeah, he admits he fucked up, and he's apologized for it on multiple podcasts. He apologized for on Impulsive. He's apologized the last time he was on Joe Rogan's podcast, and he apologized this time. Like, with that being said, you can take whatever it is. If you don't want to accept his apology, you don't have to. But you should definitely be listening to what he has to say, because a lot of stuff that's out there, even if you may think it's wrong, you should really do the research. Like, look at what he said about renewable energy. People love to push like the Green New Deal, for instance. And if, for somebody who works in oil and gas, BP, Marathon, Chevron,
is.
Electrical energy is bad, but also like oil and gas are already pushing renewable energy, and they have been doing it for decades. And they've been working toward, building renewable base oils, building those renewable resources.
Okay. I work as a mechanic. I see that. I've been seeing renewable recycled oil for, I want to say, at least 3-4 years.
It exists. It's out there already.
It's out there.
It's not something that they're not doing. Like, they've been doing it, and they say that oil and gas companies aren't doing it. On top of that, yes, we got the conversation about electric cars, where electric cars spend more in terms of coal to create the electric car than it does to run, your gas tank.
Yeah. I've said that to a lot of people, and I always get fucking hate from it. But electrical cars, they're badass. Like, in my opinion,
Teslas are awesome.
The fucking Tesla with ludicrous mode, one of the greatest, funnest cars to drive in the world. But it's not as energy efficient as you think it is. It's not to mention clean as you think it is. Because you
electric powers.
Electricity doesn't come just from solar panels. It doesn't come just from water. Most of it comes from a factory burning coal or a nuclear reactor. That's only stable from what I learned on that podcast.
Well, and that's actually true. If you look at Chernobyl and things like that, even small things can happen with nuclear. Nuclear energy is dangerous, but it's also really efficient. So that's why people use it. I mean, it's kind of a controversial topic, but I mean, I think there's a place for nuclear energy in the U.S. in the world, and I think there's a place to understand that there are better options. Because I mean, what's better, using coal for a multitude of years, that 10,000 years from now we could have an effect, or using, nuclear energy, where if one thing goes wrong and it melts down, then that place is ruined and uninhabitable for the next 120 years.
Yeah. Well, for me, like I'm in the diesel industry, right?
Mhm.
And diesels get so much fucking hate because everyone says, "Oh, they burn dirty, they do this, they do that." Honestly, diesel engines are one of the cleanest engines in the world. They are
Mhm.
super efficient. They last forever.
Well, a big piece of diesel is ethanol, which comes from corn,
No. Diesel
if I'm not
doesn't.
mistaken. Or am I
Diesel
wrong?
doesn't want ethanol. Ethanol is
Mm.
horrible for your engines. Ethanol isn't gasoline.
Ah,
Ethanol is the reason why gasoline ain't worth the shit anymore. Because a lot of people don't know this, but ethanol, anything over 10% ethanol, absorbs water like fucking crazy. If you live in Houston, never run an E85 in your car unless it's a race car.
Daniel's
Because,
right. He knows that better than I do for sure.
because
Like, I am not good on that stuff.
ethanol absorbs water. You gotta think about this. Ethanol is alcohol, right? So
Hmm.
E85 is 85% alcohol. What's the rest? 15%? Hold on. My math is wrong right here. Yeah,
It's okay.
15%.
Who
15%
needs
of
math?
it.
This is the Weekly D
No,
podcast. We don't do
that sounds
math
right.
here.
That sounds right. 15% of it is actual fuel.
Hmm.
Ethanol burns cold, but it is very volatile. Ethanol, the biggest problem with ethanol is within a week in Houston weather, you've accumulated at least 2% of that 10% of ethanol or 85% of ethanol that it increases by 2% every week because we have so much humidity here. That means that ethanol turns into water. When that ethanol splits the fuel into fuel, chemicals, and water, that little film of chemicals in between, that shit becomes corrosive. That shit
Hmm.
ruins fuel pumps, it ruins engines, it ruins all that shit. So fuck ethanol, fuck that the whole corn alcohol shit. The only reason they did that was to get voters from Idaho and from Maine and shit, wherever they grow corn. So anyone that's for ethanol, fuck you guys. Because all that shit does is ruin engines, makes costly repairs, and y'all don't need that shit in your cars. Diesel, on
That's
the
right.
other hand, runs cool. It runs super efficient, gives you all the torque in the world. So, yeah, fuck all you people that say electricity is more efficient than diesel, because diesel does not pollute as much, especially with all these EPA bullshit things where it has two fucking exhaust catalysts. That's all I gotta say.
He said what he said.
I said
And
right.
that's why ethanol gets pendejo of the week.
I think I deserve pendejo of the week by this point. I drink too much fucking alcohol.
Oh, you're good, dude. It's fine. We're having a blast here.
Anyway, moving on from controversy. Let's go into more controversy. Halloween costumes.
Mhm.
Travis Scott dressed up like the fucking flea this year. He dressed like fucking Batman. Got his ass roasted. Couldn't take the heat and deleted his Instagram.
That was literally so unfortunate. I think it's
Honestly,
funny. Like, you
honestly,
know how much money that man probably spent on that costume?
bro, no. The money he spent on renting the cars behind him because he had like a Rolls Royce and a fucking Range Rover. Like honestly, Travis Scott at that point looked like the kid that no one liked in high school, but he spent all this money because he was rich, and no one showed up to his birthday party.
Just steady trying to compensate.
He's definitely compensating for
Poor guy.
something.
Well, he also got roasted because Kim Kardashian and Kanye West were also Batman and
Yeah, where's Travis
Catwoman
Scott?
last year.
Catwoman. I mean, he could at least got a poison ivy. Let's be honest.
Yeah, he really did look like the flea from Mucha Lucha, though. Dude, R.I.P. Travis Scott. R.I.P. a piece, my guy.
That's our Houston boy too. He's from A-League, so
They definitely killed this man.
Yeah.
He'll come back to life eventually. Maybe he'll do a pop punk album like MGK.
You know what? At this point right now, I wish we had a mental health sponsorship because he sounds like he needs some help.
BetterHealth.com.
No, fuck them. They don't pay us.
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored. All right. Moving on to our next segment that is sponsored by the greatest sponsorship in the world. Let's get into Keep It or Eat It. Keep It or Eat It is a segment of the show in which we take listener suggestions, decide whether the subject is worth keeping or eating. This week we didn't have a user suggestion, so I suggested all the suggestions. Send us your suggestions at Twitter and Facebook using the hashtag KOY at the Weekly D at Danny_G951 at It's That Guy Kyle. Keep It and Eat It is also brought to you by the greatest brewery in fucking Houston or in Texas or in the whole wide fucking world, Southern Star Brewing Company. Southern Star is located at 3525 North Fraser Street, Conroe, Texas. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. I wrote all this shit down, but I don't want to go off there. I don't want to go off what I wrote. I'm gonna go off script. Southern Star is the greatest fucking beer in the world. If you don't believe me, you should go check them out. They have delicious fucking beers like the Bombshell Blonde, which is a blonde ale, which will literally, when you drink that shit, it'll make you happy as shit because you're not drinking a fucking Budweiser or Michelob. Also, they have the most flavorful fucking IPA in the world that's under 100 calories, a low cal IPA. It only has 3.2 grams of carbs. That's literally half a bag of Skittles. So
stop drinking that motherfucking pussy ass White Claw.
Yeah, dude. I rub my dick with White Girl. I pour that shit on my dick and just laugh.
And Bud Light Seltzer. Sorry, Post Malone.
Yeah. Fuck Post Malone. Fuck Budweiser. Anyways, Southern Star also has the most delicious fucking beer for the weekends. It's called Southern Brunch. Southern Brunch is a citrus shandy created by the great minds of Southern Star. And I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I love this beer. I have it every weekend with my chicken and waffles because it tastes just like a fucking mimosa without the mimosa price.
That sounds really good, actually.
Somewhere where it's not available and you gotta pay like $20 fucking 6-pack, then that's on you. You should have been somewhere where Southern Star is available. On top of that, it's winter season. They have their winter Buried Hatchet stout. Their Buried Hatchet is a chocolatey beer that tastes fucking delicious. I've literally almost drank something over that beer because I like it so much. They also have their Black Crack, which is a barrel aged Buried Hatchet.
Ooh.
Which is also fucking amazing. So
that sounds delicious.
All in all, I highly recommend Southern Star beer. If you've never had it, you are fucking sure. Yeah. Even though you're in Kentucky, I need to send you some because you're missing out on the greatest fucking
No. You know what? Southern Star, if you're listening, send that shit to Liquor Barn and or Total Wine in Louisville and St. Matthews, Kentucky.
It's available at Total Wine, at Specs, at Kroger, at Randall's, at HEB in Texas.
I don't know if it's at the one I don't know if it's in Louisville, but if it isn't, send it there and I will drink it.
You know what? You should go to your Total Wine in Louisville, kick the guy in the balls, the manager, and tell him you want some Southern Star beer.
All we have is Lone Star.
No. Tell him you want some Southern Star beer because you heard is the greatest fucking beer in the world in the Weekly D podcast here.
You got it.
All right. Also, they have the delicious, super, super delicious, all year round Southern Star Strawberry Blonde, which it's so fucking delicious, it'll make you want to slap your mama. I'm not going to lie. I gave it to my girlfriend. She slapped her mama, and I felt bad for that. All right. On top of that, let's just say Southern Star is the greatest fucking beer in the world. If you haven't tried it, go try it. If you need someone to send you some Southern Star, let me know. I will send you some Southern Star. On top of that, if you haven't been to the tap room and you live in Texas, you should go suck a dick because Southern Star is the greatest tap room. They have the greatest outdoor area. You should go check it out. Tell Keith or Angel or anyone at the bar that the Weekly D sent you. Tell them that Danny G highly recommended them to you. And yeah, so I think I went a little too far right here.
I'm not gonna suck a dick, but I am gonna go and visit when I come and get a chance.
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. Southern Star is the greatest fucking beer I've ever had.
I'm definitely excited to try it. Like, I'm gonna bother Total Wine,
and I don't do crack or anything. But Southern Star's beer has tickled my pickle so many times that I would do some nasty shit for it.
Okay. Well, I see you. So before we start with Keep It or Eat It, I do want to mention, guys, I know y'all are watching the podcast. I know y'all see us tweeting. I know it. I see it. I'm out there. If you see us and you want to get a suggestion out there for Keep It or Eat It,
Hashtag
please use the
AOY,
hashtag.
bitches.
Please, because like nobody fucking does it.
We had our first fucking pendejo of the week tweeted to us by Juan Paco Pico de Gallo. Juan Paco Pico de Gallo, I expect you to do better. And everyone else that listens to us, I expect y'all to do better.
So if y'all are listening, this is just a little public service announcement. Send us some shit, bro. That's what we want to see. Anyways, let's go.
Anyways, moving on to Keep It or Eat It. First fucking Keep It or Eat It of the week is holograms of deceased people. The reason we are doing this shit is because Kanye West gifted Kim Kardashian a hologram of her deceased father, Robert Kardashian.
I heard about this. It was weird.
About that. How would you feel if I were like, let's say 10 years? No. Let's say like 30 years from now. I give you a hologram of your grandparents.
I don't know, man. It's weird because as much as I'd love to see, like, for instance, my papa or my grandma, like, it's not them. And if I have to hear, oh, you know, the person who made it, the hologram's pretty smart. He's the smartest guy in the world. He's a genius. You know, via Rob Kardashian, because Kanye fucking paid for that. I might be mad. So,
You'd be mad?
I wouldn't. I don't think I would. I don't know. I feel like it's still like he somehow still made it about himself.
Yeah. Right.
Which
Maybe he made Robert Kardashian black just to sprinkle himself in there.
But you know, I guess the whole thing is I've seen this with Tupac when this was done a few years back.
Coachella, baby, Coachella.
It was cool. But with that being said, like I think just certain approvals and certain people need to be okay with things in order for that to happen. Like for instance, I don't want to see an XXXTentacion one. Like I think X died in a really tragic way. I think it is very unfortunate they passed, and I think they've really in terms of like that kid. I don't know if you know a lot about him, but like he was working to turn his life around and kind of got, you know, killed right before that.
On himself, though.
Yep, he had some demons for sure. And there's no doubt about that. But that man was fucking talented, and you know, I think they've really handled his death very poorly when it comes to the way they handled his label in his past couple albums. And if they do a hologram, that'll be the fucking, you know, cherry on top, basically, to show that they don't give a fuck. It's all about the money.
Yeah.
So that's my piece on it. I'm gonna eat that because I just think it's disrespectful to a certain point.
Oh no, dude! I'd be cool with it if they did like a Mac Miller one.
But you have to get I would like it if he was like, yeah, if I die, like you could make me a hologram. That would be cool. That would be super dope. But if he didn't give you that like approval or that okay, I don't think you should touch it. I think that should be its own thing.
Yeah.
As cool as it would be to see once, it's not him. So like,
yeah, I think it's weird that he chose a hologram of her dad. Like, yeah,
that's a little weird, but
I don't know. I'd be weirded out, especially
the fact that
let's say it's late at night. You just blew Kim Kardashian's back out. You're in the kitchen trying to get some water, and that shit turns on. I'd be weird.
Rob's just like, hey, what's up?
He's gonna be like, oh, you didn't do it.
Kanye is the greatest. Kanye is an amazing artist. Did I ever tell you about Kanye? Like, imagine that. You have to hear that from your hologram of your dad.
Bro, I just trip the fuck out. I'm not gonna lie. Imagine you do like a couple shrooms, you walk into the kitchen, you're having a good time, that fucking hologram kicks on. It's like, hi, I defended OJ.
I'd be tripping.
You didn't do it. The glove didn't fit. If the glove don't fit, you must have quit. I'm like, what the fuck?
I'm going to bed.
Yeah. I'm like, I didn't see that shit. All right. So that's our piece on it. You're not down with it? You keep it or eat it? I'm
going to eat it.
I'm going to eat that shit too because it makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah. For now.
All right. Numero dos. COVID parties, a.k.a. Halloween parties, a.k.a. thick boy parties, a.k.a. thick girl parties, because I was watching some Instagram stories this weekend, and half y'all bitches were blowing out your fishnets. I'm not gonna lie.
Be off that, man.
Y'all were looking like some fucking sexy ass tamales out there, some sexy ass chorizos, malechos, so that
includes me.
Halloween parties. You keep it or you eat it.
I'm gonna eat that only because y'all motherfuckers should not be out with a bunch of people right now. I can social distance, you fucking sluts.
Bro, I saw some pictures where fucking fishnets were literally blown out.
Dude, we all need to go on like a COVID diet after this, like as a group, as a collective U.S. population. We just need to all go on the COVID
diet, bro.
Yes, bro. We need to go on the COVID diet
I
for
saw
sure.
Some dudes they used to be jacked. Now that we're looking like a fucking jumbo jack. Extra calories on that bitch.
with curly fries included.
So COVID parties, you know what? I'm down with people having a good time. I'm always about having a good time.
I agree with that's a good point. I do want people to have fun.
Yeah,
I just want them to be safe.
Yes, tamales with the fishnets blown out. So I'm gonna keep that shit because it made me laugh. That's what I needed. Really, during these COVID times, I feel like we need some good laughs, some good ha-has. With the J, not with the H.
Mm.
But yeah,
no, with the J for sure.
Dude, don't ever let me drink half a fucking bottle of Crown. Yeah.
I can't wait for your girlfriend to listen to this one. She's gonna be like,
I've been for a
told you.
All right. Next one. Moving on. Renting islands. Kim Kardashian rents an entire private island and invites close friends and family to celebrate her 40th birthday. Do you keep that shit or do you eat that shit?
She got a lot of content.
Also, side note, Kendall also had a birthday party on Saturday.
Mm-hmm. If she's bringing her family out to an island and it's her family and she has the money to do it, shit, if I had the money to do it, I'd fucking keep that shit. So I'm going to say keep it because I'd do that if I was in her position.
Thank you, bro.
I would go out there. I have nothing. I'm not jealous. I'm not the jealous type. Like,
Kim got so much fucking hate on this by some broke ass bitches because they can't afford to do the same shit.
Agreed.
And I just got to say, if you're balling and you can afford that shit, I'm a little bit jealous, but I want to keep that shit because that shit's fucking tight as hell. Like that to me is a goal, right?
For sure.
To make enough money to where I can be like, you know what, guys? I know we're in a pandemic. I know you can't go out, but I'm gonna rent a whole fucking island so we can party. Like, you got to keep that shit, right?
I'm keeping that for sure.
All right, cool. Because I'm keeping that shit too. Because that shit, in my eyes, that shit's cool as fuck. Like, I want to do that someday.
I agree with you 100% on that.
I'm 26 right now. That means I got 14 years. If in 14 years this podcast hasn't popped off and we're not doing that shit,
well, then shit.
We fucked up somewhere. Oh, shit.
That leads on to our next keep it or eat it topic.
Korean rappers, bro. Do you keep that shit or do you eat that shit?
This specific guy, I'm gonna eat him.
I don't even know his name, bro. I saw that shit on fucking Twitter.
What does that mean?
And I thought that was the funniest shit. That was the funniest shit ever when he's like, it's sticky. The ending of it was fucking perfect, bro.
It was just really funny to me. So you know what? I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it.
I'm gonna keep it as well because we needed that good laugh.
Get that, matter of fact, I get paid. Get that, I prepare. I'm just saying, I get respect. Understand me, understand me, understand me.
Bro, all I gotta say is fucking career and rappers are fire right now. Bro,
No, bro, this isn't it, really.
I don't even know his fucking name, but that shit's fucking hilarious.
I say that now, but I'm gonna end up listening to him later. Watch.
I think it's like Kim Jong Un or some shit like that. I don't know, but
You can Kim Jong keep that one. I don't know.
you keep that shit or you eat that shit. I'm gonna keep that shit because honestly, I don't understand what he's saying, but that shit's fire. That beat is
It's just
fire, bro.
to me, he's very much a Young Thug clone. You can definitely tell the influence he has from Young Thug for sure.
Yeah, but dude, let's be honest. That beat was fire.
Yeah, I agree. I'll keep it. It was not great, but at the same time, like you need.
I'm gonna jump that shit, dude. I'm gonna jump that shit.
I mean, I couldn't do it.
I'm like,
so fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah. All right, we keep that shit. All right, coming to the last one. Campaign commercials.
Yeet.
Yeet.
I hate campaign commercials so much. If I have to see another Amy McGrath commercial or a Mitch McConnell commercial, I'm literally going to shoot myself in the face. Like, I hate it. I hate them. They're so boring.
Bad,
and like anytime I watch like AMC, like or any of my streaming channels, I have to see Brad Barron commercials or something like that 5 times in a row.
They're all on AMC right now.
And they're all like 5 times in a row. You have to continuously like listen to them over and over and over again. It's just like, no, stop. Except for the only one that's been really fun was that Dan Crenshaw one. And I don't know if you've seen it.
Which one?
It's basically he's like, I got to get all the people from Texas together to fix Texas. So he goes all over and he like jumps out of a plane and it's supposed to be like an action movie. It's really cheesy, but it's fun. Yeah, it's fun. And it's very like nonpartisan. Like they're, or it's very bipartisan. It's funny. It's like, it doesn't really go into like politics. It's just like fun. Like we got to fix Texas. It's just really dumb and really fun.
I love the Latinos for Trump commercial. That shit's so funny.
I don't know if I've seen that.
You haven't seen it? Oh, well, my parents watch Univision nonstop in Telemundo. Mm-hmm. That whole pops up, and it's always Trump doing the SpongeBob dance where he's just like, yeah, that shit always makes me laugh. I love that commercial because at the end of everything, he's like, I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message.
I don't think I've ever seen a Donald Trump like commercial, like campaign commercial, ever.
You should watch the Latinos for Trump commercial. It's fucking.
I'll look it up. That sounds great. Yep. My name's Donald Trump, and I approve this message.
Yep, exactly. It is
greatest
so
message in the world.
It's not that funny, but it makes me laugh. And he's doing the little SpongeBob dance where he's just like,
and it's probably some cumbia.
Yeah. That's what they should do. And just play some cumbia behind them.
In the background. Now that would be funny.
Yeah. It would be fucking hilarious.
Stupid.
God damn, dude.
But no, I'm gonna eat that because I'm so sick of commercials now. I'm ready for this shit to be all over.
I'm sick of this fucking campaign, to be honest. We should have just voted in The Rock or Kanye 2020. Fuck
dude, we should all just vote in The Rock.
Honestly, I feel like we're going into like a civil war, but I'm not sure yet. So
I think so too.
I bought a couple rounds of ammo just to be safe.
You were one of them.
I'm not one of them, bro. I don't think we're gonna hit that level. But I like going shooting, and if shooting practice becomes someone trying to loot my house,
well then so be it. It's Texas. You got a right to do that.
Oh yeah, dude. Stand your ground.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's a good thing.
What Donald Trump tell the good boys? Stand by.
Stand by and stand down.
Exactly.
Or no, stand down and stand by. Something like that.
Some shit like that. It was fucking stupid. I only have said
stand up and stand by.
By the way, that kid that killed those 2 white people in Kenosha, I don't know if you know this, but he's going to court right now. He got extradited to Kenosha, Wisconsin.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, no, that makes sense though, because that's where it should happen, because that's where the actual like killings
Yeah,
take place.
So his lawyers were trying to fight that shit and have him in Illinois, where he's from.
They can't charge him on anything in Illinois. They have to charge him
So they
in
extradited
Wisconsin.
him
That's
to
what makes sense.
Kenosha, and apparently he bought the gun in Kenosha, but he's still too young to own a gun. So
Yeah, well, that's why the Illinois thing doesn't like matter, because like at the end of the day, like he didn't really commit a crime in Illinois. He committed the crime in Wisconsin.
Kenosha, Wisconsin. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm curious what's gonna happen there, because I think it's fucked up that he went to a whole nother state and killed someone, and he's trying to get away with it.
Mm-hmm.
Because at the end of the day, the whole stand your ground laws or protect your property laws don't apply to him. Let's be honest here.
Yes, I agree with you on that, and I do think that he should receive some sort of punishment. But I do feel like we're on a couple different. We have a couple different opinions on this one, because
I want to hear your opinion on this.
Yeah, well, for me, I've been watching like coverage on it since it happened, and judging by a lot of the earlier time in the day, as well as some of the stuff leading up to the first shooting. There's a good self-defense case to be made, but from what I can see from a court standpoint.
Hold on. Is it a good self-defense case when he went from his state to another state?
Yes, and I'll explain. Yes, and I'll explain why. Only because.
Hold on. Before you explain it, I'm gonna tell you my perspective of this. To me, he went to another state looking for trouble.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he left his state to go to another state. He bought a gun in that state, which he's 17 years old. He's not old enough to.
Which is true. He's also not old enough to carry a firearm. Shouldn't have had one in the first place.
He open carried a firearm in the streets. He didn't know how to de-escalate a situation. He killed someone and then killed another person. That's the way I see it. I want to hear your opinion on this.
Hey, babe. One sec. I'll be in bed in a little bit. We're almost done.
Well, can you pause the TV for me? Because I've been binge watching this because I can't pause it.
Okay. Can you give me 1 second? I'll come right back.
Yeah, I gotta take a piss anyway.
Okay, this works out.
All right. Video's recording. 3, 2, 1.
Hi guys. So sorry we took a short break. But I do want to go into that conversation when it comes to Rittenhouse. So we've had this conversation. So why would you see it as a self-defense case, right? Is my thought is a thought process. Okay. So here's why. So so before we go into that, I do want to mention, like, this is not because I think like he's innocent on all counts. No, I do think he went over state lines and he did commit a crime, and I do think he should be punished for it. But I'm talking more in the manner of a court of law and how they're going to actually specifically try him. This is why I think he has a good self-defense case. So the first thing that's going to go into it is the fact that when you see the earlier videos, he states that he's specifically there to protect property, and he's specifically there to provide students or to provide protesters with aid. And there is video of him showing that he was, in fact, providing aid to injured protesters throughout the night on both sides of the fence. So there is video evidence of that occurring, first of all. So to say that he was there for ill means can be argued, and at that point that can be a tricky one in court. The second piece is the first thing. So the reason why, from what we could gather, the reason the first shot happened was because, and the thought process is so basically a group of protesters were pushing a trash can on fire toward a gas station. So they're moving it and pushing it toward the gas station, which I don't know if you know anything about gasoline, but it's pretty fucking flammable. And if they hit that thing wrong, it could have caused some serious damage. So what he did was he goes in and he extinguishes the fire. So after that, he's chased by protesters to that parking lot. So in that parking lot, we don't see a lot, but what we do see and do hear is the first shot go. So we hear a shot, boom, and then we hear resounding 3 shots after that. So the first shot, they have shown that it's not from the same gun. You can hear, if you listen to it, different caliber weapon, which means one warning shot was fired from somebody else or the person that was chasing Rittenhouse. So that needs to be justified, and that does need to come up in court. Mm-hmm. I don't know where that's going to lead at that point, but in the mindset of somebody carrying a weapon, if you're running and you hear a shot, regardless of like you carry. So if you're being chased, someone pulls their gun, they shoot. Regardless, your ass is turning around, you will shoot back.
Oh yeah. Someone
So that's what happened. Someone did
Yeah.
shoot.
Yeah.
So that's what happened for the first one. So when that happened, he got shot in the head. He got shot in the chest, I believe. And he was shot in like the leg, and the chest is what ended up killing him because he was grazed in the head.
Yeah. Okay.
With that being said, he did go up to them and then say, so when people went up to him, Rittenhouse immediately ran to go find police. And there is video evidence of that as well. Like, oh, I'm going to get police. I just shot a guy. And then so after wait, you what?
A phone call, right? That he makes.
It's not. So he does make a phone call. He's like, yeah, I just killed somebody.
Yeah.
He thinks he killed somebody at that point. At that time, he was not dead. He did die later at the scene. So what happens is basically he runs. There is a video after that of some guy being like, hey, like, what are you doing? Why are you running? And he's like, I'm trying to go to the police. Somebody got shot. He's like, somebody got shot. And then people are chasing him. And they're like, okay, he's the one who shot him. He's the one who shot him. So the mob at that point of protesters ends up chasing him down. And then from there, that's when he gets knocked down. So the first thing you notice when he gets knocked down, he doesn't draw his weapon immediately. So he gets knocked down.
Well, he couldn't draw his weapon immediately.
No, because he was incapacitated at that point.
Yep.
And that first time he was kicked in the face. On that, and that guy was very lucky because he actually did fire a shot then.
Yeah.
He just didn't get hit with it. The second time is when the guy came with the skateboard, and the guy was coming around the skateboard to hit him over the back of the head with the skateboard.
Yeah.
Rittenhouse caught it at the time and eventually put 2 in his chest.
Yeah.
And so that's what happened to that guy. And then he felt, well, we're almost done.
Okay.
So we go from there. So he gets 2 in the chest. He goes down. The other guy notices and has already pulled his weapon. And as he's getting ready to fire, Rittenhouse shoots that guy in the hand, incapacitating him. And then he walks to the police. Police don't arrest him. Next day, he gets charges. So the police at that point should have arrested Rittenhouse that night when he went and turned himself in. He didn't run. He didn't go missing. He was told to leave. So that's some of the issue, and that's why I think he has a good self-defense case.
So I got a question for you. We all know that this kid, one, he's underage. He shouldn't have never had a gun in his possession.
Agreed.
He illegally obtained the gun. Whether his mom bought it for him or not, he still illegally obtained a gun.
She should be charged if that's the case.
He crossed state lines to go defend someone. Or to go supposedly defend property, which by law you're allowed to protect your property,
but not others.
Not others. So with that being said, morality wise, the fact that he killed 2 people, not law wise, but morality wise.
Oh, no, I think he should be punished for it.
He went across straight lines and killed 2 people. Do you feel like he should be punished?
For sure. Because, I just don't think with what they're charging him with now, I don't think those charges will stick. Okay. I don't think they will stick. He'll either settle for a manslaughter charge or he'll be acquitted on those charges because technically homicide involves intent. And it has to be proven intent. Well, now, the question
lines and bought a gun illegally. So
it comes down to that, but it's different in terms of so I can go across state lines and buy a gun illegally if I want to, and still not kill anybody. But I could also but I'd eventually be charged for
the fact that you're Hispanic. Do you think that would carry some more weight?
Possibly. But I look white, so I mean it's weird, kind of. But it's a tricky one.
That's the thing I'm trying to get at. If he was black, brown, Asian, do you think he'd have the same possibilities of getting off?
It depends. I think it depends on the circumstances and the evidence. I think with the evidence that's out now,
there's a lot of video evidence. That's only.
I think that with a lot of the video evidence that's out now, I think anybody, regardless of their color, race, or whatever, would have had the same, I think, in terms of like same response.
Yeah, I mean, I think at the end of the day, he killed 2 people.
I still think it's wrong. I think you should be charged for it.
But that's what I'm saying. Like at the end of the day,
Mhm.
regardless who you are, what you are, you killed 2 people. So there is going to be some sort of consequence with it.
If the justice system does it correctly. So this is where it gets tricky, because and this is where this is kind of what I'm going
And there's
with
also a
with
lot of
it.
loopholes, right? Like
Yeah.
his
So
case. Like it's easy to kind of work your way through.
when you charge somebody with a crime, especially a crime in the first degree, that's what you're charging them for. You're not charging them for second degree. You're not charging them for third degree. You're not charging them for manslaughter or any of those other crimes. You're charging them for first degree murder or first degree homicide in this case.
Which is you had intent to kill.
So you have to have intent to kill. Yep. So when it comes down to it, they have to prove beyond a reasonable doubt. Beyond a reasonable doubt. And when I say beyond a reasonable doubt, that Kyle Rittenhouse that night went to Kenosha with the intent to kill 2 people. Yeah. Now, if you cannot prove that in the court of law with beyond a reasonable doubt, not with if you live in a little doubt, you're supposed to go not guilty.
Yeah.
So whenever they're placing these charges, they need to be very careful on how they do that. So that's why I think they listen too quickly to other people and they went for the first degree homicide. They should have went for a lesser sentence.
Yeah. Okay,
and they should have charged him.
I agree with you there.
And that's what I'm getting at. That's why I'm saying that he has a good self-defense case. And I think if they go with the first degree homicide, he won't be charged on it with the beyond a shadow of a doubt, because there is no you can't prove that intent. It just can't be proven.
I agree. I have a feeling he's gonna get off with the minimal sentence simply because of what you just said. Like, you know, they shot high when they should have shot kind of in between.
Because if you're tactical, you can a first degree manslaughter can still get you 25 to 30.
Yeah.
Or 25 to life even.
I mean,
depending on
I feel like he's gonna do jail time regardless.
But, he may get time served though, to be honest.
Yeah.
Depending on how that goes.
That's a fuck situation. This whole like I just feel like 2020 is cursed, bro.
Yeah. I do too. It's fucked. I feel
like there's too many fuck ups. Too much shit. Too much of a shit show. 2020's been the best reality show the US has ever brought out.
Now we got our season finale about to happen.
Yeah, we're all about to go into fucking war. So with that being said,
but just to go into that, like that's kind of what I mean by it. I'm sorry to interrupt you. I don't mean to do that, but that's what I mean when I say we need to be careful in how we do these charges. We got to stop listening to people on Twitter. We have to stop listening to what people have to say, and we need to take the law into our own hands and handle that.
Well, I wouldn't say take the law in our own hands because we might get in trouble for that.
Not no vigilante shit. I'm not talking Batman, but I'm more talking into like we need to let the court system do their job, and we need to let lawyers properly do this and not be swayed by people that don't understand law.
I feel like social media has really fucked everything up, to be honest. Like court-wise, politics-wise, presidential election-wise, like everything's all fucked up because we're all obsessed with social media. We all want to be on the good side of people.
The right side of history.
The right side of history, which obviously the Weekly D podcast is not on the right side of history because we talked for 5 minutes a day. Come on.
We're definitely not PC.
But with that being said, we're also very honest with our own opinions, which is what I hope our listeners take from this, that we are honest with everything we say, or at least we believe what we say, right? We're not trying to conform to society. We're not trying to be on the right side of history. We're just trying to be ourselves. We're trying to have a good time, trying to bring topics to you guys that maybe hit close to home, maybe not. I'm really fucked up.
We want you to make your at the end of the day, we want you to make your own distinctions on what you think about these topics that we discussed, because
exactly, we don't want to be the influence where we're like, oh, you got to go this way or you got to go that way.
I mean,
we want you to be able to build your own identity, your own thought process.
Exactly. Like in the case of the Kenosha shooting, like me and Daniel disagree
Oh yeah.
pretty vastly on like how that was handled. But at the same time, we did finally come to an agreement,
Mm-hmm.
like on what we think could potentially happen. Like, but we do disagree on the way things played out and how they should be taken care of. And that's okay. It's okay to disagree. But
Exactly.
as long as we can work to find a median and work to find
Hon-
something to make it better, that's how we'll be better.
Honestly, dude, that's why I find you as joining this team as the biggest blessing of 2020 is the
Thanks,
fact
bro.
that we're not gonna agree on everything. And I
No.
love that. I love people that challenge me. I love people that have a different thought process because you never know. Sometimes you'll learn something new and you'll be like, oh shit, this side has a point. Or maybe you'll be like, oh, you know what? This side really pushed me to go this way. Like
For sure.
it just
For sure.
the way I see it is we're close to the end of 2020. We don't know if we're gonna make it to 2021, but the least we can do is listen to the opposing side. Maybe we'll learn something. Maybe we won't. Maybe we'll have new opinions. Maybe
Maybe
we'll
we'll
agree
be
on
stronger.
shit like that. That honestly, I just want to hear the other side. I don't give a
Mm.
fuck if you agree, disagree. If you think I'm the biggest idiot in the world,
You
I
suck our
just
balls.
yeah,
Honestly.
exactly. I want to hear all the sides before I die, before
Yeah.
I make my decision.
But at the end of the day, like nobody's right and everybody's right. So make your own
Exactly. There's
distinctions on
no wrong
how you want to
answers.
interpret that.
Hmm. No, I
So
agree with you, dude. Like, honestly, I know this podcast has been a shit show. I got drunk way too quick, way
it was
too
fun.
early.
I had a blast.
But I had a
I
blast.
sobered up toward the
You had
end.
a blast. We learned some shit. We
Yeah.
disagreed. We agreed on some shit. I love that. I love having conversation. It doesn't matter if we agree or disagree the whole time. I learned some shit. I made some new opinions. I kept some old opinions. But that's the whole point of this shit, right?
Exactly. We just got to keep growing as humans and just keep getting better.
Yep. I agree. Do you have anything else for this week?
Follow us on our social media at the Weekly D Pod on both Instagram and Twitter. We do have
What?
a Facebook
Yep.
as well, so definitely check out the Weekly D Podcast on Facebook as well. Give us a like, give us a follow. Make sure to like you guys have definitely picked up on engagement. Keep that up. We love seeing you guys be active within the podcast. We love seeing you like what you guys like, you guys being involved. So we want to continue to see you guys get involved. So please do so. I mean, we can continue to fucking figure them out ourselves, but we really like you guys to be involved if possible. With that being said, we have some really cool stuff coming up the pipeline.
Yes,
We have some
sir.
really interesting artists going to be showing up for some potential interviews, maybe some really cool podcasters down the road to join us on some talks and conversations on some of these things.
Yep.
And so just be on the lookout. Like we're going to
Yeah,
be out here. We ain't stopping.
we ain't stopping at all. We might do some new collabs. We're for sure bringing back I'm gonna need a beer podcast starting next year. That
Yes,
is
I'm new
a
to a
goal
podcast.
of ours at this media company, which I've never said the media company. Do you want to know the name of it? Because
Yeah.
the paperwork's on its way to be filed. All right. So the Weekly D podcast and I'm gonna need a beer podcast and Immigration Mentality podcast. They're all part of the Paper Plate Media Company that me, Kyle, and my girlfriend are all partners in. I just want you to know that we're all partners. It's a three-way. It's a menage a
Absolutely.
trois. Menage a trois. We're all partners.
Scandalous.
It's very scandalous. But we are building this shit up. We are trying to be the best podcasters we can be, the best media company that Houston has ever produced. We are bringing you the best content we can. And I'm really, really excited. I love the fact that I have one of my closest friends from high school on this podcast because he is bringing the heat. He is pushing me to do better. And I can't wait till we get I'm gonna need to be a podcast recording and released next year.
Yes.
Immigrant Mentality is also releasing next year. We grind it out here. We're doing the best we can. We are pushing the Weekly D because right now that is the only podcast that we have 100% content on. We're gonna push this shit till we can. Then we're gonna bring in the new shit next year. And honestly, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, it's gonna be great fucking content. You know why?
We're gonna have a lot of fucking fun.
Because we are committed. We're having a blast out here. I'm drunk as shit right now, which I kind of regret getting this drunk this early, but I'm having a great fucking time. Me and
Early
Kyle
is
have agreed, disagreed. We've done all the shit today. We've had a great time. We did Pendejo of the Week. We did Keep It or Yeet It. And right now, I honestly think it's the perfect time to do our last segment of the podcast, which is the local artist. How do you feel about that, Kyle?
I am ready for it, man.
All right. Our local artist of the week is brought to you by our good friends at Little M Shop. Little M provides us with the best smelling, coolest looking air fresheners around in the game, bringing you amazing smells like Little Black Ice, Miami Vice, that delicious sweet cream that smells so good when you put it in your pillowcases. And honestly, if you were to look at our Instagram at the Weekly D Pod, you would see some girl sniffing the fabric softener. Honestly, she was sniffing that sweet cream from the littlemshop.com. Their amazing scents are also paired with amazing designs, like Out of This World Rad, which is a super nostalgic looking design. Honestly, it looks like one of those Rugrats designs. Super fucking dope. And my favorite, Be Cool, because I like people to be cool and just chill around me. You know, we like to drink. We like to do fun stuff. So it's always cool when everyone around us is chilling and just being cool. Lil M also provides us with the greatest little accessories like keychains, stickers, journals. I actually love their journals because they have the grid. You know, instead of having lines, they have grids, which is dope as shit because it works as the perfect journal to do budgeting, which is very important in my life right now. So yeah, if you like Lil M Shop products, especially the air fresheners, they smell dope as fuck. They're 50 cents right now. I highly recommend getting you some, especially if you're an Uber driver. They have the best smelling air fresheners and the coolest looking ones. So Lil M Shop, go check them out. It's www.lilmshop.com, and they are bringing us our local feature of the week. He is a R&B singer recommended to us by CA the Don, which was our last interview. If you haven't checked that out, go check out our last podcast, our last YouTube video, because he fucking killed it, and it was an amazing podcast. We had lots of fun. We laughed. We laughed.
We cried.
We almost cried a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. I'm super proud of him because that OnlyFans song is popping. If you haven't checked that out, go on YouTube or Spotify. That shit is fire. Check out CA the Don. Check out OnlyFans. Follow him on Instagram, on social media, on Twitter, on Facebook. It's all the same shit. It's CA_ the Don. Just like our social media is at the Weekly D Pod on all social medias. At Danny_G951. My super amazing co-host right here. His name is Kyle Kavnar. He's at It's That Guy Kyle. This has been the Weekly D Podcast, and this is our super special local feature of the week. Dende, coming straight out of Houston. He is a dope R&B artist that mixes his style of lyrics with the super chill lo-fi beats.
He's really good, guys.
He's super dope. Kyle, you want to throw your 2 cents in here?
No, yeah, he's really, really good. I like his shit. He kind of gives me Daniel Caesar vibes with a little bit of like a new age, like lo-fi kind of style. It's nice and it's different and it's unique.
Yeah.
I fuck with it heavy.
I fuck with it heavy. He is super fucking dope. He has amazing music. He's from Houston, so we gotta feature him, especially since our boy CA the Don highly recommended him. So this is Dende. Mind Your Manners. It's over 3,000 listens, and we're about to do 3,001 listens because we highly support it.
Butterflies left you just as high. Can't you tell I'm losing my mind? I can't decide if we're wasting time. I see the fire, she said, baby, mind your manners. None of this will matter. Don't get too attached to love. Promise I won't. Does it really matter if you're losing passion? Don't this always happen?
Summertime, you call it quits, don't feel no butterflies. No more might see a future with some other guys, but they don't love you like me, can't touch you like me, ain't nothing like we. Feel better than summer night, Texas like breeze. So baby, baby, losing the love is something you used to. It's familiar to you, it's falling head first in it. Tell you how I'm feeling, girl, I don't shoot to miss. No, never name another person that could get you wetter. Patience is a virtue, you can mind it better. Wait, I asked her, what do you and me? She said,
baby, mind your manners. None of this will matter. Don't get too attached to love. Promise I won't. Does it really matter if you're losing passion? Don't this always happen?
Yeah. Look, baby, mind your manners, find your place of peace. Both been busy lately, cherish moments that we get to speak. The distances between us hopefully is gonna bring us close. Just don't overthink the situation and go do the most. Like asking about other women or friends that I'm visiting. It never felt like home, and that home we were living in. Your family got love for me, I tell them I love them back. My mama tell me you don't love that girl if you hold her back. She paid a lot for school to be a dentist. See the ones around her pulling teeth for her to finish, but her mind on other business now. Said she get a ring, but I never brought a witness round. Your father know what's up, no need to sit him down. Me and you used to be guaranteed without a contract. Times you see the vision, times you try to lose contact. Connection make you nervous, you be scared it's gonna break down. Like, do we plan on breaking up or asking for a break now? Body to body, I know you feel emotions. Cover my hands in all of your favorite lotions. Healing wounds I might have opened. I like our chances to go all the way. You been so far away, can't let you be the one who got away. I won't.